Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere, and I've lost my life. For I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. The stinted love you've given, I've given all the boy can give. You take my tears and that's not nearly
he just put him out. We have a new champion, guys.
That bloody era seems to be Bossman's era.
Call him the Irish Mystic Mac, the man from Limerick. Absolutely nails it. He called his shot and he delivered, Cyrus.
I guess the question is, who's next for Bossman?
Zinnio is a problem.
Zinnio is a problem. He's got a 100% finish rate. This makes him incredibly dangerous.
Somebody's in a title shot, man. He just beat the number one dude.
And Bossman didn't pick his normal character of Robbie Lawler. In fact, Deazinho has picked Robbie Lawler in this case, meaning that if he beats Bossman, he's beat him with his own character essentially. That is adding insult to injury if he wins that belt. It's the Xbox champion, Bossman, versus the number one contender, Deazinho.
Smudger is the best PlayStation player to ever grace the virtual octagon.
He has a resume where you can't argue that right now.
Bro. As we said, he's got that thing that you just can't teach. He's got that dog in him. He continues to get his hand raised. He has truly been a champion in every respect of the word, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this man. If he is able to get past TK Josh on prime time 90, then my goodness, what a Grand Prix setup that is.
And he's going to be fighting TK Josh, the number one contender who's been destroying people with his striking lately. And Josh is going to be looking to take him out and go into that Grand Prix as the new PlayStation champion.
You know, for Josh, it's a problem.
Yeah, you said it best. That boy is a problem.
A thorn in the side of Smudger, and we'll see if his striking is going to be sufficient. Because Smudger is fully prepared to take this to the ground. If TK Josh can keep on the feet, he might be able to shock the world against one of the greatest of all times. It is your PT90 main event, and it starts right now.
Misunderstood, but I live this. My money's good, and I can't quit. So step on up, and I promise you, only one of us gonna make it out alive, and it's audio. Only one of us gonna make it out alive, and it's audio. Only one of us gonna make it out alive. Cut through.
What is good, you beautiful bunch of savages? Primetime 90, final card of the seasons. My God, Mr. Humbledink, J-Dime TV, joining me in the commentary booth for this historic card. 18 fights of pure savagery, my guys. How are you doing, lads?
Oh my God, Cyrus, it is Primetime 90. It is the last event of the season, J-Dime. I am absolutely ecstatic, and what a card it is to end it.
It's the last event? Like, it's the last event this season?
Yep, next one is the Grand Prix, which is next week's for Xbox. The week after is PlayStation Grand Prix, and those events start the next season, essentially. So this is the last event of the season, Jedi.
That's crazy. It's been a monumental season. I want to know what the numbers are on our finish rate, but I think we have the highest finish rate out of any organization ever. Like, this has been maybe the best PT season, Cyrus.
Oh, definitely, my man, definitely. I think this season we're running at about 95%, 96%, something in that neighborhood, right? I mean, last season, if you want to think about that, in the year of 2022, we had I think it was like a 92% finish rate over the entirety of the season. I mean, that's crazy stats. We put over 1,500 fights on. It shows you the level, Humble, that people are bringing to the octagon, the hunger that they want for the finishes. You know, we speak about it most of the time, to be honest with you, but the rankings, brother, it's so important going into these events, especially as you come to the end of the season. You want to start off the next with a bang. Getting yourself into that Grand Prix is massive, and of course a win here this evening could be securing each of these guys that opportunity, because they're all, I think, lowest rated guy is 25, right? I think.
That is exactly right. The lowest rated guy on this card is 25. It's going to be all about the Grand Prix tonight, J-Down. It's all about the Grand Prix. Apart from those two guys on their main and co-main event, NM Smudger is your main event versus TK Josh. These two guys have been brilliant this season, but we cannot lie, we cannot overshadow it. NM Smudger is the prime time PlayStation GOAT this season. There's no question about it, J-Time. And Josh is trying to come and take away that spot right at the end of the season, trying to sneak in right at the end and shock the world.
Not even just this season. Smudger is the PT GOAT when it comes to PlayStation in general. He left, he came back, got the title again, and now he's back on that run again. He's back on that timing again. And we're going to see if Josh can dethrone him, or will he just be another casualty in the way of Smudger, Cyrus?
I mean, brother, like, it's hard to bet against Smudger. I'll be honest with you. The guy, you know, really does turn up every single time. Any loss that he's had, he's been able to get back, and you know, he finds himself in a really, really dominant position. He wants to go into that Grand Prix with the, you know, kind of target on his back that he's used to. He likes that pressure. I get DMs from him leading up to every fight that he has, and he's always sending like John Jones gifts and stuff like that, just kind of saying that he's the one. You know, he's taking everything these guys are working for. But honestly, the what I hear about Josh and what I've seen from Josh out here, Humble, he's a fantastic striker, and if he's able to stifle some of the kind of more all-rounded aspects of Smudger's game, where he likes to mix in the wrestling occasionally against some of these top-level strikers, you know, he could have a lot of success, and we'll have to see how that plays out, because I do feel like Smudger's going to bring that full array of mixed martial arts, especially with that Usman pick, which is, you know, kind of his favorite pick now at this stage.
Yeah, absolutely, and you are correct. That is the game plan going into this one. I've spoke to both of these guys, I've talked to them, and essentially what I'm finding is it is the exact replica of the Leon Edwards and Usman fight, J-Time. You've got one guy wanting to mix it up and take you down and say he's going to dominate you after a couple of rounds, going to break you on the ground, then beat you on the feet, and then you've got Leon Edwards saying, I want to keep it on the feet, I'm a striker, I'm a good striker, and he's not going to be able to handle my striking. So this main event has got a lot of different aspects to it, but we've seen this picture before.
Yeah, but Leon is, get this right, he's the best welterweight in the world. You gotta get this right. He had to beat up Kamaru Usman again. Hopefully he does it today on PT. Whoever picked Leon, I'm biased, I'm cheering for you. You heard it here first, man.
Go love Leon, brother, go love Leon. But my God, this entire event is craziness. It would be not doing it justice if we didn't go to the co-main event of this evening as well. FSK Bossman, newly crowned champion, a man that's been tearing through everybody out here, Humble. He secures that gold. He's very, very confident in his abilities, and he's going to be pushing forward in this one, trying to take out DB's Deazinho, who has been on a tear of his own. I can't remember, I think he's on like a 4-fight or 5-fight win streak at the moment, putting it together and getting an opportunity to end out this season as primetime champion.
Yeah, exactly that. And Deazinho has confidence. Deazinho believes in himself. He's a great striker. I love the story behind this one as well, J-Dime. I've talked to both guys, but look at this. You've got ruthless Robbie Lawler on the right, not on the left, J-Dime. He's not on Bossman's side, even though he would be tricksy with him. And he also got his title shot with Robbie Lawler. His opponent has picked Robbie Lawler, and that has got to be rubbing salt into the wounds if you get beat for a title that way.
Yeah, that's smart though. That's playing chess. You know his best character is Robbie Lawler. It's always has been. His road to the title, he was whooping people asses with Robbie Lawler. If you take Robbie Lawler from him, you make him have to use someone else, and then you're playing mind games you could make him upset because of that.
Yeah, exactly. The mind games especially, man, trying to get into his head, trying to, antagonize him a little bit, get him off his A-game humble going into this one. But Bossman has been cold-blooded up until this point, and we'll have to see if it's had an impact going into that one. But like I said at the beginning, my man, this entire card is craziness. It is an 18-fight stacked card of pure savagery from the early prelims to the main event. Non-stop killers from top to bottom, brother. I know it's hard to pick one or two, but are there any that sticks out to you, my man? Any fights you look forward to?
There's one particular fight in this card that blows my mind that it's not one of the core mains or main event, and that is KM Caliber versus B-Fab Trixie. It's the fourth fight down as well, which is great, and that is potentially like one of the GOATs in the Xbox division versus the former champion literally a week ago. So it's an absolute massive fight. But looking at this card, it's too busy. We have too many great fighters on there. The lowest person that's ranked on that card is 25 ranked in the PT division, in any division, and there's 150 competitors amongst primetime each division. So Jay, this is a stacked card. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to round it up and go to the first fight.
STK Reaper versus Cloud MMA.
Ooh.
I've seen Cloud play recently other places, and Cloud looks really good, and Reaper looks good some days. Either Reaper gonna look really good or he gonna look like a trash can. It's no in between in this. So which Reaper is gonna show up?
brutal, but true. I ain't gonna lie. Reaper, the thing is though, we're going into this one, I know that I was actually speaking to Reaper a little bit about it. He wants to get into that Grand Prix. He's never not been in the Grand Prix. Humble was adding that extra pressure to him, telling him that he needs a first round finish. He is in women's weight classes as well, which you don't traditionally see. So I don't know, brother. He's gonna come out here and live or die by that sword. From what I hear, he's gonna try and take some heads off, but he only has a couple of rounds, and ultimately a win or a good finish can put him in position. He is ranked number 25, and you don't know where things are going to shape up come the end of this event.
Exactly that. We don't know. Honestly, it's live. We're going to be getting updates on the back throughout. But if he puts himself in the top 60,
oh my goodness!
Hey,
my!
Wow, did you just do that to him like that? Oh my gosh! No, that was fast. The match ended that fast. Oh my! Hey Reaper, I said you were either going to be really good or no. He just got. I don't remember him landing. I don't remember him throwing a punch. I just remember a bunch of slips and a bunch of body shots, and the match ended.
Was that Cloud?
That was Cloud.
Yeah, I thought. God damn, man. What a finish,
no, you knew it was
brother. I didn't know if Reaper was on a different account or anything. I just I've seen Reaper throw some hands before, just not too sure. But that was that. He did not today. He didn't have
no, he did. He waved them back as he hit the floor.
Honestly, though, what a performance! What an absolute fantastic performance from Cloud, man. I mean, that is one hell of a way to make a statement coming into this fight. You want to get into that top 15. You want to make yourself, at least if you don't kind of get that wild card slot for the 16th spot. I mean, that's the fucking way to do it, Humble. That's the way to do it right there.
Reaper got beat faster than I could bet on him. So that's how fast. I was literally about to put some money on Reaper, and then I just looked and he was out cold. And I was like, right. That's out there, Reaper. But yeah, the combinations from Cloud there were incredible. Like the way he picked those shots, and Reaper just didn't block where he needed to block, and it was all.
I don't think he blocked anything.
No, I didn't. No.
Sometimes
that was fast.
That's just the way it goes, bro. Like I kind of I don't want to hate on him too much. Like everybody loves Reaper, and like I said, he was live or die by the sword. He decided to go out there and risk it all to evade some of those early shots, and it looked like Cloud anticipated that and just. What was it, like 5 body punches on the trot? He just fucking shoe-shined him.
You said everyone loved Reaper. Cloud obviously didn't love Reaper.
Yeah, that's the curse right there. But important note, that Cloud might have just put himself on a potential player of the night or knockout of the night. First of all, not from the back. And then secondly, he's put himself ranked 18th right now, Cyrus. Right, let's explain this. So the Grand Prix next week and the Grand Prix the week after for the Xbox and the PlayStation side, the top 16 guys get invited to that. So the top 16 ranked guys, including the champion, get invited to that, all for a chance to win the belt to go into next season, right, Cyrus? So there's also replacements, right? So this guy just put himself number 18. So if anyone drops out, 17, 18, he's second on that list, essentially. Put himself in a great position to get himself in if someone's busy.
Yeah, and if he does ultimately end up with a performance award, that gets him a little bit of an extra pointage and puts him up a little bit more. So we'll have to see how it kind of all plays out for the guy, but I'd be interested to see him there. It's normally top 15 with 16 slot being a bit of a wild card slot. You know, the kind of the most readily available kind of guy. But genuinely, that was one hell of a way to kick off the card. And I mean, you're going to remember Cloud from that, man. He came out here and put a statement on. But it does set us up for the next one absolutely perfectly. 2 fights in. It is going to be Hasboys up against DB Ginger. These guys are on the Xbox side of the equation, which is a little bit different for Ginger because PlayStation Ginger is a bit mythical. If you remember out here, J-Dime, he came out and fought in the last Grand Prix, fought fantastically on PlayStation, but maybe has decided to come back here and try his luck on Xbox to end out.
Oh yeah, now I remember. Ginger in the Grand Prix is a mythical character. That's the best Ginger I've ever seen.
I've never seen that Ginger again.
Yeah, like it was a one-time thing. Only it was limited edition. It was a DLC character.
He's on something. He's on some steroids or something. I'm telling you right now. Reaper's just woke up in the chat, by the way. If anyone's wondering if he's okay, so he's just said I don't know what happened in the chat.
He just said I blinked.
But here we go. This has got such big implications because this could put somebody in the top 16, and that's exactly what they're fighting for. They all want a shot, and let's be real, Cyrus. The seeding, the way it works as well. If you come 16, you could get a top guy or fight for the belt essentially in your first fight.
Yeah, exactly right. It's all seed based, and you know, honestly, what better way to become champion than the first fight of the new season? I mean, that's the way to do it, brother. These guys, though, like you see right now, trying a little bit of an opposing style. Bone doing work was traditionally a guy that got people to chase him a little bit out here, J-Dime, and caught him with the counters. But you can see he's been a little bit more aggressive with it here this evening. Seems to be trying to walk down Masvidal just a little bit. Maybe trying to mix it up from, you know, the old game plan, which was starting to get him caught. People started making the adjustments.
He's still getting chased right now, but he's just throwing more on his back foot than he usually throw. But Bone has developed, I was about to say fan base, a hate base, where people love to hate him. They don't think he fights. People think he runs. And I think he's here to show them he's more than just a track star. He's a fighter, Humble.
He's more than just a track star. Bone doing work. Yeah, he's landing though. Like, I'd understand if it was he wasn't landing. But the movement is for his defensive ability. He's throwing as you're coming forward, so that's why he's doing it. But it's your job to not follow as well. You can't follow somebody that's moving like that because he's very good at it. He does it every day.
Ginger getting a little spicy out there. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Ginger has to fight discipline though, Cyrus, against him because one mistake and he's fighting off his back foot, and that's a counter, and then he's going to start walking forward once he gets a stun, Cyrus.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, Ginger, I've had the benefit of fighting this kid a lot, and I can tell you that over the years, one of the kind of key things that stands out for him is just his ability to stay composed in the moment. Like when he starts to just kind of like, you know, not overthrow early, not be overconfident, just kind of like work his way into a fight. He does genuinely tend to do very, very well. He just has to kind of work it. He has to work that jab and just be defensive. And I feel like that's kind of what he's doing here. You see him looking to check leg kicks out here, Humble. He's throwing 1-2s, really trying to work that jab and slowly pressing Bone into a little bit more uncomfortable positions.
I'd like to see, yeah, you are right, but I'd like to see a few more feints as well. Like just throw some feints to get Bone to kind of react. Because at the moment he's following and then following the shot and trying to counter punch. Yeah, he throws more feints, he tries to close the distance, he uses bigger shots to kind of get in the pocket as well. It's going to help him out, but at the moment, no feints so far. Bone do work, go to work, J-Dime.
Yeah, and Bone doing work is a frustrating fighter to go against. I've never seen a fighter fight him and not get frustrated. Even if you catch him later on, he just fights so well from the outside that he tested your discipline in a way, Humble.
Yeah, and Jay, would you agree? He frustrates you before you're fighting him, like you mentioned earlier on as well. We heard, you know, Ginger earlier on, like, oh, you know, but he gets people in a sort of a mannerism which they like, oh, for God's sake, I've got to play against that. Tragedy.
Hold around.
I do want to highlight something. They did say Hasboys on the fight prediction and on the graphics. We apologise for anybody. We'll refund that, you know, back to everybody, so we'll kind of like debunk the bet. But I believe that this must have been a short notice replacement. I'm sure we'll get an update from the production boys in a moment.
Yes, I think it was. I think we just got told about just before we came in there. But obviously, this is a an interesting fight because of Ginger. The concept of the work on the outside, but then getting a rock, Jay. Would you, you know, if you have a close round now, potentially you could be 2 rounds down.
Big missed leg kick. The kicks in this fight have not been fantastic. Like they haven't really been using them well. I feel like the boxing advantage has gone to Ginger for the most part. But the kicks, they just seem to be doing them at the wrong range. Oh, here Jay, like not really setting them up, and I feel like it's some of the biggest openings for a finish are coming from those big missed kicks.
Yeah, but Ginger been getting caught with a 1-2 chasing him too is the problem in this fight.
Yeah, I'm expecting a few more teeps as well come from Body Work. Nice work on the outside, so keeping his distance. He just doesn't let you trap him. He tries to keep on an angle constantly. Keep on the outside. His defense is then solid. And you've just got Ginger. You can tell Ginger's getting visibly frustrated. But if Ginger gets another knockdown or something, it's a close round.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He wins the round if he gets a knockdown.
Well, perpetual momentum seems to be the game plan once again from Bone doing work. He's having success across the stretch, but has to be careful, like you say, not to get rocked again. Ginger has heat in those hands though, so one little slip and he may find himself on the wrong end of a big rock.
He's right there, Jay.
Yeah, and when you fight Bone, if you ever notice, he'll always have the advantage on the stats. It's will you eventually catch him or are you going to land the big shots? Because the way he fight, he'll always have the advantage numbers-wise, Humble.
Yeah, he's attacking the legs as well, so important.
Yeah.
You know, if you're going to move a lot and you've got to attack the legs of your opponent, because that's going to affect the movement essentially. Also the power. So if they go for power, it's a good opportunity. Yeah. Giving his opponent overlooks as well. Every time he switches stance, he keeps doing that. He's giving Ginger something else to have to work towards.
Yeah, and the mix-ups between the oblique kicks and the 1-2s giving him all sorts of trouble. Attacking the body.
People need to finish cars. They need to finish in this card. Like you don't know where you finish. You know, like because of the.
What just happened there?
Big whip.
Oh my. The uppercut, he's almost landed it a few times, does connect right there. Not at the opportune timing though, but it seems to be one of the better strikes for Ginger right now. I wonder if he can set that up again. It is difficult though because Bone doing work, just he maintains that lateral movement so well. Just the distancing from him is perfect. I think that's the main source of the frustrations here, Humble, for Ginger. Just can't really get any combinations to connect.
Yeah, he's not. He's also the Bone doing work worrying about anything. Like there's nothing really Bone doing work has to worry about. There's no singular shot or body part that's damaged. So Bone doing work can just kind of freely loosely move and keep going back to like, the leg damage when he needs to. I've also noticed the way he's kind of throwing. He comes down that middle of that 1-2 straight, but he times it well with leg kicks. So if you start moving your head off the centre line from the 1-2 straight, your leg gets extra damage. It's a great game plan.
You know what's the crazy thing? This is always Bone's game plan. Can you stop it is the problem, Cyrus.
100%, bro. 100%. And I do think Humble brings up a fantastic point. If Ginger was able to approach this, working the jab a little bit more and just single shots on the entry, he can start to cut off the cage a little bit more because throwing combinations from the center like this is just allowing Bone doing work to get a sidestep and kind of recenter himself a little bit so he's got more space to work with.
Yeah, he needs to come off that centre line, but his legs too damaged, and then big shots aren't kind of working. He's got a lot of stamina. He needs to get rid of that right now because you know what I mean. Like now, this is the time. If you're George Masvidal and you've got that much stamina in the third round, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, like why do you have so much stamina? Unload, Ginger. Unload.
That's what he's got to do. He's got to go for it. He's got to put the pressure. Start working the jab now. Start cutting off the angle. And getting in there. Bone doing work needs a finish though, Cyrus. Where's he going to finish in the rankings? It's massive. He then finishes are huge.
Yeah, but I see, like he's one of those guys, right? We speak about our high fight finish percentage. Bone is a guy that will go to decision. Like he will. He's going to pick you apart. Like, obviously we want to see finishes, right? And the rankings, but he wants to put together a certain amount of wins. But I'm saying this as if he isn't going to take it if it's there, and he will. It's all on Ginger here, because he may be down in this fight. He could be down. You don't know how it was scored, right? And I feel like he needs to press that action in the third round. Or he needs to
down right now.
Yeah. Well, he might have won the first is the problem, right? But he's losing this one.
Yeah.
That's better.
He got to close this distance. And that's what he needs to do because Connor throwing them 1-2s off the back foot been killing him all day, Humble. And there's the stunt.
Ginger sets a trap. Comes through. He needs it again. Can he land one big shot? 1 minute 40 seconds. She's just pressing the action right now. This is what he needed.
And he may have just gave up. He may have just. The elbow. Why did you spin? How would you spin?
Body work.
I don't think he's going for a finish. I'm going to be real with you here.
Bone is like, if he doesn't get the Grand Prix, it's like the result of not.
The final
Bone
30
is the
seconds.
opposite of the primetime guarantee. He's like the complete opposite.
Bro, look, he's going to go for it in the final 30 seconds. That's Bone's plan here, bro. He's going to secure this round if he can and try to get the finish in the final 30 seconds. He's done it before. I'm sure he's not going to do it again. Ginger on the receiving end of a big flurry to sit him down, bro. This is not looking good for Ginger right now.
It's not like each other, these two guys. Jesus Christ.
No, he's not going for the finish. I'm telling you, he's not actually.
Well, who's won this round? Definitely. Yes, definitely. Because he got. I can't remember.
He has to pass her up. He has to do something. Keep trying to pass her up. He has to do something. Oh my.
Well, who knows? Let's see what the judge. Because I've seen worse judging. You know, to start drinking early again, Cyrus.
He started drinking early.
Found a good. I don't know. Found some good look at. The judges in England, they were crazy. They were mad judging. But here we go. The most realistic part of the game, Jedi, the judging. Barely needed. That's the problem, Cyrus. They're barely needed in prime time. So when we do get them, they're wrecked. They've just been partying all night doing no job.
He said they've been partying all night.
Good fight though. It was a good fight.
Yeah, it was. Ginger pushed the action. Bone did his thing, but 29-28, unanimous decision.
Ginger. No, I'm joking. It's got to be.
The notorious, brother. The notorious. But Bone doing work, brother. Like you say, he does the same thing out here, J-Dime. He has, game plan A, right? That is game plan A right there. Everybody knows what he's going to do, and it's on you to be able to kind of take that away from him. Ginger not able to get the job done here this evening. He has been fighting a lot on PlayStation recently, so I don't know if kind of mixing between the controllers is having any sort of impact for him. I'd suggest for him to kind of practice on one of them and continue on one of them, because that's not the normal Ginger we've seen, bro. He's kind of fought that game plan in the past, but I have to say, Bone doing work, credit where credit is due. He does that game plan very, very well. He's defensively sound. He makes people chase him. And the kind of almost the heel aspect that he's got recently, I feel like it's playing into his favor because it's meaning that people are having to play into his game style more and more as he continues to win.
Now, watch what I'm about to say. Just listen to what I'm about to say. Ginger, you my guy, but watch this. You said this isn't the normal Ginger. No, this is the normal Ginger. The Grand Prix Ginger, someone else.
Cyrus must have just forgot the mythical creature Ginger. That's the thing though. He didn't get the Grand Prix this year, so he's not going to have an opportunity to show us that this year. J-Dime. He's going to have to pull it out on event after event.
Yeah. It was just all jokes aside though. Ginger will come back from this. He'll go back to drawing board. He'll do better. And Bone will continue to frustrate people and keep fighting how he fight because at the end of the day, it's up to you to stop it.
Yep, 100%, man. But whether you love it or hate it, this man is getting W's, and he gets another one here this evening. Great win for him, and we will see where that kind of puts him come the end of the season, or come the end of this event, I should say. Up next, however, the featured fight of our early prelims. It's going to be ranked number 17, John Africa, up against ranked number 22, Raw Spooky. Spooky is back, and he is looking to make one run of it here this evening, undefeated at this point, Humble, and he's taking on, like I said, John Africa, 4-2 right now, so kind of an old veteran coming back, trying to test up one of the newer guys in John Africa.
Yeah, really importantly, John Africa's ranked number 17. So, either one of these guys whoever wins this fight's going to put himself in a good position to push through. Spooky making that run. He took some time off, worked on his striking. I know we've watched him twice now, and each time we've watched him, we've given him props on his striking, essentially.
But yeah, Spooky has been looking good lately. I've been watching him play a lot lately.
Yeah,
yeah, striking for Brock Lesnar. I'll give. I'm going to say something before you guys go in. Spooky used to be the camp with me. I'm going to say something right now. Spooky's Brock Lesnar, if he gets it right, is the best Brock Lesnar I've ever played against, because he will hold you in one position for the entire round and just frustrate the hell out of you, Cyrus. It's horrible.
Side control? Is that side control, bro?
Yes.
Side control. I know.
Oh
man.
my goodness.
Pain. But here we
They
go.
just allowed this. They allowed Brock to compete. Like, he won't melt the cup, bro. They just really let him compete.
Early.
USADA
Mark
don't
Hunt,
care.
they threw him to the wolves in that one, bro. Like, Mark Hunt is like 5'7". They put him up against this guy on steroids. Like, what the? What?
Yeah. And
Some people are
annoyingly
above
as well.
USADA. Some people just above.
Annoyingly. But look at this, Volkov has got some reach here. This is helping him out. Look, so Spooky can't get close. Them long legs, J-Dime. He's just getting away. Reminisce of Stefan Struve right here, the size of Volkov. He's shadowing over him.
Yeah, I think Brock Lesnar been gone from the sport so long. He's thinking about doing the F5 right now. I don't think he's used to. Oh, never mind. He still got it, Cyrus.
Yeah, he's still got it, bro. Like, well, he only needs one is the problem out here, Humble. When he gets that one, like you say, especially as he enters straight into side control, it's a world of pain. Able to get back to his knee is John Africa, but can he advance back to the feet? I'm not 100% sure. He'll have to pull it out the back, because Spooky is a beast, bro. On the mat, he is a beast.
His best ground, like I said, the best ground grappler is Brock Lesnar. No doubt, no shadow of a doubt. It is literally his favorite character on this game. So this is going to be a tough, because he's going to keep you, and he's going to keep hitting you and going for big positions to land some damage with those burger-sized hands. J-Dime.
You say them burger-sized hand. Yeah, not burgers.
Here you go.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, you don't want to be here with Spooky, especially if he has Brock Lesnar. I would say the nickname I gave him, but I can't say that right now, Humble.
No, you can't say that. Not on the stream, no. Pass, Cyrus, pass. Yeah, he's got a top mount. He's got a top mount. This is going to be difficult, because if he pauses, if he gets a transition block on either side here again, he's already had 2, I think it was. It's going to be, no. Control, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, the thing about Spooky, right, is that he will mount up slow amount of ground and pound. Like, he doesn't just like lay on you. He's working ground and pound every opportunity that's there. But come the last like minute 20 or so of each round, that's when he starts to really open up. He takes more risks to get top mount, and he will rain down that ground and pound to really solidify a round and trying to add up the damage so that you're worried about it going into the next one. Honestly, he brings this game plan each and every time, Jay, and it's terrifying when he's able to kind of get successes in the takedown.
Yeah, it looked bad for John Africa, because this is Spooky's bread and butter. He can do this all night. This is what Spooky's game is built on. Top pressure and grappling, Humble.
Yeah, and he likes statistics as well. Like, he's very good at the grappling statistics, so he understands. Like, he take this first round is all about information. He's trying to get as many transitions, how many ways you move as possible, and he'll calculate in your head how many times have you moved left, how many times have you moved right, how many times have you gone up, and he knows the bigger probability in each round he goes forward, Cyrus.
Yeah, it's all about making those reads, and Spooky does that better than most. It's what's given him successes up until this stage, but John Africa did look really good on the feet when it was there, and every single round starts standing. He's going to have the opportunity to try and employ that here this evening. I would imagine that teeps and knees are going to be part of that game plan, but we will have to see. I mean, I would urge him, if I was in his corner, to make sure that he's throwing those up the center. But then, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Get out of it. He got out of it, and he's managed to get to a position where he can strike again, and you've got to think that Lesnar's going to try to get in. Maybe he dodged a knee there, J-Dan, if I was correct.
Yeah, he did. It looked like he dodged his knee by moving his body. And I don't know if that's the problem with this game, but if you... He took Brock down. But if you sway your head, you can move from a knee without moving your feet, Cyrus.
Yeah, for sure, bro. EA logic for you, but we will continue. I can't believe he took him down and went to side control himself. I mean, not advisable, but he's back on his feet right now, and we'll have to see what successes he gets. And just to throw it back, the takedown defense was just fucking fantastic, Humble. I mean, that was perfectly timed, and he was low stamina. See if he can do it again, and he does.
Yeah, he does now. This is getting important now, because this is where you can really damage Spooky. And Spooky's legs are starting to get chopped as well. He's starting to worry about a different sort of, is he going low, is he going high? But he's still trying to time something and get in there. I'd like to see Spooky use a bit of striking, a bit of clinch work, Cyrus, and see if he can kind of use that to get in. But good work again.
Yeah, I mean, he was actually doing well with some slip off straight and then into the lead body hook a moment ago. The takedowns are actually kind of what's gassing him out. And going into this third round, we don't know where John is. We don't know where he's going to be stamina wise. Obviously, there's a lot of time left in this round, but now he's got taken down. It could be a bit of a different story. Unless he gets straight back up.
Good work from John Africa.
Yeah, he's looking great.
It's the legs again. I like the leg work. I like the damage that he's causing to Spooky. You can see Spooky starting to get slightly frustrated. He gets him down 1 minute 56 seconds to work. He's going to have to go for some good ground and pound and some good positions right now.
Yeah, because takedown defense was good for John Africa, but I think Spooky heard y'all when y'all said he need to start using the clinch. So I think I think you're his corner right now, Humble.
I think he was smart enough to realize himself. I don't think a lot of people listen to the commentary because it can put you off sometimes, Cyrus, if you listen to the commentary sometimes. Unless you like to hear the sound of your voice.
Yeah, so some people, honestly, I've heard it from both, right? Like both ends. Some people like it because they want to hear like the advice that sometimes we give out, and genuinely, yeah.
Sure.
Obviously, it's a lot of the time like guys without corners. I think if you've got a corner, those guys aren't listening to commentary, right? Because like you say, you don't necessarily want the our viewpoints because we're calling things in the moment, so we're not 100% right all of the time, but we do try to hit the nail on the head more often than not. That commentary curse is a bitch, though, right?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, my.
It's the commentary curse of PT is it's a mythical creature in itself. Jadam, another one. We've got a few at the moment. You know, the tree as well. But thank you for anybody that's came through. We've actually a few guys have come through for the first time. So welcome to PT. You can join in our Discord. We have this new season coming up. Perfect time to join, Cyrus. Perfect time for the Grand Prix next week. The Grand Prix the week after for PlayStation, and then the new season starts back up. So if you want to join PT, perfect time.
Yeah, exactly right, brother. Get involved right now. This is the madness. This is what it's all built to over the last, I don't know, what was it, like 5-6 months? This was a longer old season, but we have built through the highs. I was going to say the lows to the highs. There really ain't been any lows during last season, bro. These guys came out with a finish rate. Every result that we announced at the end of 22 speaks for itself, and it's because of guys like this here, both of them pushing every single second of this fight. Obviously, Spooky trying to get that takedown out here, Humble, trying to get some of that ground and pound going, but John Africa, my God, living up to some great takedown defense right now, although he is starting to eat some shots.
Spooky, you like that Jadam? He goes clinch work, striking back to the clinch, and then beautiful double leg takes him in the end, takes him for a carry.
Yeah, great setup. And even though he denied those other takedowns, Spooky is relentless. Spooky is going to shoot to learn. He's going to shoot. Okay, this don't work. All right, I'm going to try this now. He's constantly thinking, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly. He's a gamer, bro. He's a gamer for sure. Lovely denial right there. This is not looking good for John Africa. Last 3 minutes, 20 seconds of the third and final round. These little bunny shots all building up the GA second by second means that he's able to hold the position a little easier and get off ground and pound. But John's doing the right thing, I feel like, out here, Humble. He's staying patient. And he's working his way forward, slowly but surely.
Ooh, nice to know.
Yeah, he needs to do something quite quick because he could have lost that first round. This one's quite close. And look at this. Beautiful.
Oh,
Spooky. Using the fence to pass it to side control. Nice work there, Jadam.
Yeah. Even though Spooky missed some of his takedowns, he's putting on a ground showcase when he gets it to the ground, Cyrus.
Yeah, tail of two halves, man. I mean, there's clear advantages for both guys in the in the given domain. But Spooky definitely leveling up in this last 2 minutes or so. He's really finding his momentum, but he's got to make it work, right? There's not the most amount of time left, Humble.
Yeah, definitely. Look at him now. Oh my days, he's starting to come up. Gets the crucifix. This is dangerous, Jedi. If he blocks this first transition, this could be it. Big elbow on the face from Brock Lesnar, hammer fist.
Oh my God! Somebody on that much juice too got you in crucifix. This may be close to the end, Cyrus.
Yeah, he's with that much juice, bro. Yeah, this guy is heavy set guy. He's got massive fists that rain down devastating ground and pound, and obviously Volkov finding that. You can see John Africa's got zero stamina as well, and he goes for the armbar. Veteran move.
Nice work, Spooky.
Mate, the ability to be like so in the moment, to recognize the stamina, instantly pop knee on belly and try this submission. John Africa's doing great with the defense, but yeah, I mean, it was a great move.
That was a slick armbar right there.
Yeah, it was.
That's a fantastic Brock Lesnar. That is. I told you, he's so good. Like the stuff he's been doing in this fight, you wouldn't have seen in 100 fights some of the stuff Spooky does. Oh, he might get it as well. No, he's just got out. Just got out. 6 seconds to work.
Why did you? You should have tried to posture up or something. Yeah.
Nothing to be done in that second, bro.
You can't win there.
I honestly, I don't know. I would personally probably lean towards Spooky. I think he did a little more the overall ground and pound, but I do feel like John Africa did have some big moments on the feet, right?
Second round was close. The second round, you could argue Volkov won that fight, but the third round, you can't argue. The first round was very much on the Spooky side, apart from the minute they had on the feet at the start here.
That's true.
Yeah, I believe it's Spooky fight, but I'm not a judge. I don't know what they're thinking.
Volkov's like, I've lost.
Well, we skipped through it. The no announcements. It was Spooky. Yeah. It was Spooky. Yeah, he got it. That first round was his, I think, as well. You know, come now you think of it. I was remembering the striking.
Every round was his.
27.
Every round was his. Yeah.
Spooky knows. He's like, yeah, I'll show.
Yeah, yeah, I'm like that.
Well, still undefeated. Spooky once again getting his hand raised under Primetime's bright lights. Great performance for him. Great way to end out the season and also the early prelims. His season and the early prelims for us on Primetime 90. Up next, however, Pure Humble is Getting Sparked up against Stee, ranked number 15th in Getting Sparked, ranked number 19th in Proper Stee. These guys biting at the bit, making sure that this fight is as vital as it gets to any that they have had in the season. The winner of this is in the Grand Prix, bro. The loser likely is not. It doesn't get any more high stakes than that.
That's pretty much the next 6 fights or so. So these guys literally are on the brink of entering the Grand Prix. You know, you got Getting Spark ranked number 15, so he's already technically in it. But everyone's obviously fighting, so he knows he could have got knocked out, so he had to fight. He's fighting Steve's number 19. Win this fight, and you're in, Steve. You know, you're in. So massive implications, Jay.
Why would you put pressure on him like that? You win and you're in. Like somebody palms is sweaty right now because you said that. You win or you out. That's how simple it is right now.
Depends if you're a cold kill like Spooky though, so you just sit there and, you know, not emotionless, no sort of feeling. You don't care what I say or anybody else. You go in there to kill them. Those are the characters we have in PT.
Look, a lot of these guys are cold-blooded, man. I'm telling you, they come out here and they were able to perform, and you've got to be able to, man, to make it through the unaired divisions, right, is one thing. To get onto the live card is another. But then if you're at this point now fighting for that top 15 spot, you're not new to the block. You've performed on these live cards a number of times, and although, you know, there's going to be pressure for the performances, I imagine that that ability to zone in has got to be second nature to them as they touch gloves early. We have the comeback kid in Proper Stee starting this one out quickly, J-Dime, but getting rocked!
What? Yo, the first body shot he landed stunned Connor. Connor need to do some sit-ups.
Were you doing a taunt or something? What was happening there for him to get hit so hard? But yeah, nice work from Danny. He really... Proper Steve is now unnoticed. He's the one who came out firing J Diamond. He's the one who got caught.
Oh my gosh. Hey, why is Dan Ige swinging like this? I don't appreciate that. As a Connor fan, I don't appreciate Dan Ige punching Connor like that, Cyrus.
Yeah, swinging with bad intentions. Sits him down.
Oh.
Is Connor about to die out here?
Oh, Connor did nice head movement from Connor. Zaps his energy. Really important what he does right now. He might kind of cover a bit, which he decides to do. But he got caught on the way down. Got knocked down with a left hook, and on the way down, that's straightening. He slept him, Cyrus.
Well, one of the most hellacious combinations that you will see. Stands up and gives him the little front kick to the face. Conor McGregor not looking great though, but I say it again. Proper Stee is the comeback kid for a reason. He just needs to turn it up real quick, bro. He needs to turn it up real quick. This isn't going good for him.
He needs a moment. That's what he needs. He needs to stun him one time just to make him slow down, because Dan Ige surprisingly have no respect for nothing Connor's doing. He's just whooping his ass, Humble.
This is corner. If he makes it with his corner, I think this the correct instructions. Someone might have had a breath by then. I think that you can't hold your breath for the entire round, J-Time. You've got to kind of take your foot off the gas sometimes. Think about what you're doing. 100 mile an hour at the moment for Proper Stee.
Dog.
Oh.
Now they're starting to calculate a bit more. This is now, they were just going forward before Cyrus and just catching each other, but now starting to see a bit more, a couple of traps set up.
I feel like Dan Ige or Getting Sparked is a guy that's like, he's almost waiting for Conor to open up with the first shot, and then he's throwing 5 in response. It's doing so well for him, bro. He's
Oh!
Gotta be careful of that though, Jay.
Yeah, you do. But they're too far in between sometimes. It seems like every time Dan Ige punches Connor, he feels it on his bald head, Humble.
He does, and he's from like Sarah says, he's from 1 or 2, but at the
Oh
same
my
time,
goodness,
Oh.
bro.
getting caught with 3 or 4.
Oh my.
And the damage is the stamina's not great as well. Property's stamina management has not been fantastic. You know, he's got opportunities in his hands. One guy's throwing 5 shots at you. Get away for 3, 4, and 5. You know, don't be in that range. You gotta kind of set that up.
Oh.
Frosty is a guy that will never count himself out, though. Like I said, there's a reason that I call him the comeback kid. He has last-second knockouts, last-second submissions, and those are generally fights that he's getting slaughtered in, just kind of like this. It's oh my god, bro!
Yeah.
Damage is amplified in this fight. He's getting caught with some major shots, shit.
Yeah. You said.
Oh my god!
Oh.
No,
Okay. I was about to jinx him. I was about to say, you say he the comeback kid. Do you think he makes a comeback here and then? Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, he's legit. He can do it. It's almost like Dali Olive's the fact that he seems to level up and get stronger out of more damage that he takes. He needs to get knocked down just to get woken up, to be quite honest with you. He has had a bit of a beating here this evening, though, and a takedown from Danny Ige early in the second round. Looking good for him, man. Getting sparked. Looks like he's leveled up once again out here, Humble.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my, your leg!
He's chopping the wood, like he's killing that leg. There's no way he can keep standing that. You know, Connor's now starting to back up a bit more. He's changed stance. Does he feel comfortable in this stance, Dan? Maybe it'll help him. Sometimes you make someone change stance and they become a demon, so maybe Proper Steve is waiting, maybe not.
It may be too late. I don't know, but yeah, he's been getting his ass whooped. And maybe it does help that he switched stance, because a lot of people are more comfortable in orthodox anyway.
Down, nice work. Kicks his leg again, and they're not quite landing either. Just missing. Proper Steve hasn't got.
Oh my!
Fundamental boxing from Dan Ige is the oh my god, bro.
My. How was he alive?
He's kind of got to be thinking about throwing a towel in at any moment now.
Don't throw in a towel. Do not throw in a towel at all.
Ooh. Alien-like movement there, Jay.
Yeah, and ref, don't stop the fight either. Let it keep. Let's see if he can come back, fellas.
Just really testing the comeback king status. I am on the brink of hope, Cyrus. There's no brink of hope. There's no sort of there's no feeling in my heart that's telling me that he can do this. As essentially he's getting beat up so bad. I kind of feel sorry for him.
Yeah, no, like it's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. This could even be it.
Yeah.
I've just seen too many of his fights to count him out, even at this stage, which is mad to say. I know.
Count him out. Count him out.
Nah, bro. Like I don't know how he does it. He just survives. Like this guy is a survivor, bro.
Hey, don't count him out. Never mind. He's on top now. He heard the hate. But nah, it's not over though. But his head health is toast. Oh my gosh, he got flipped again.
It's just confidence in this fight just seems all in getting sparked. He's even on the back, even off his back, he's like, yeah, I got this.
Oh.
If he survives this round, Dime, I will be astonished.
I
think he can survive.
Well, I'm surprised that we're seeing Getting Spark going like so grapple heavy. To be honest with you, after that first round. But he's having a lot of success here as well. Maybe just trying to defeat him mentally.
Oh my! Hey.
You're buttering him up.
Yeah, he marinated him before he cook him. He's about to cook Connor soon.
If this goes back to the feet, I mean, how many shots can he take there? And that's kind of what he's doing. He's limited his chances when it does go up there.
Oh my!
Proper Steve might have had a second or a moment, you know, so he's giving him nothing.
Oh my gosh, your leg.
Oh my god!
It's not over. He said it's not over yet.
Telling you, bro.
Man. That man just turned into Leonidas right there. This is Sparta. He's proved him that. Jesus Christ.
It's not over. Fake glove touch him. It's not over.
He does it at the end of every round. I don't know how, bro. But this is what happens at the beginning of the next.
Oh, what the hell?
Oh my.
You gotta be careful, Smart. Oh, what the hell? I didn't land.
Oh, god damn.
It's not over.
Let's start a chant. Proper Steve. This guy. If this guy wins this fight, honestly, we need to see him in the Grand Prix because maybe he loses every fight and then wins every fight somehow miraculously in each round. This is crazy. Leg kick.
Oh, legs.
Getting caught.
Oh, bro, this game.
Maybe he fights better when he has nothing left.
It seems, bro.
Oh my days.
How those body punches not even landing there, though?
Oh, big shot. The nice kick. Oh, we catches him on the offbeat.
Will Dan Ige finally put him back?
He's like you said, Jay's marinated before he cooks him, but maybe you know the oil spits back sometimes. Nice leg kick.
Oh yeah, dang.
Man,
legs. Oh, damn near broke.
Catches the outside of the leg. Beautiful work. Goes to the body now. Oh, this could be it for Proper Steve. Is it all over?
How he eat that leg kick? Okay, ate that too.
It's gotta be close to it.
Hey, close to it. They got it.
Only him. Only him. Only he does this shit, bro.
Oh, what the hell, Steve? He needs to change his name to the comeback head. Oh,
here we go. Hey.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah, it's over. He needed to finish that. He needed to finish that because Proper Steve was starting to make a comeback. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, give that guy a second and he will take your head off. But Dan Ige, get in spot, doing the job here this evening. Humble, the best he's ever looked. Had that forward momentum, non-stop throwing hands. I mean, god damn. A name to remember, brother, living up to his namesake. Getting
exactly
spot.
that. Okay, exactly that, and he did. He went through something. He's getting caught. It's difficult to finish someone like that. I think it was smart to take him down. Jay Diamond utilised the grappling as well because that's where potentially could have helped him get that finish at the end.
Yeah, and shout out to Proper Steve for surviving. I don't know how he does this. How when he's getting his ass whooped to a bloody pulp, he just finds a way to come back.
Yeah, every fucking time, and like I said, he genuinely is like the only guy I can remember at least that has both a last second knockout and a last second submission. I mean last second of a fight that he is losing. He does it time in, time out. Not here this evening though, and I think that speaks volumes to Getting Sparked. Obviously motivated to keep his rank number 15th spot, maybe push himself a little bit higher. He has basically now secured himself an opportunity at the Grand Prix, next event, Humble. That's all it is, brother. 1 week away, and these Xbox boys going to be throwing out. So big performance from him, and it sets us up, I believe, for another Xbox fight between Ken Muir up against Toasty Toes, rank number 14, rank number 18. One of these guys, once again, going to secure themselves an opportunity to be in that Grand Prix and have a chance at that primetime gold, and to start off the season with one hell of a bang.
Exactly that, and it's such a big tournament. It's such a fantastic tournament with sort of like, you think the production's been good lately. Wait till you see the stuff that we've got for the Grand Prix. It is going to be incredible. Someone's going to have to defend the belt. If you go into this as the champion, you have to defend your belt 4 times. That's going to be absolutely crazy. We've seen someone do it. We've seen Smudger at the top of the build do that once. Are we going to see it again? But you want to be in there. You want to be amongst it. You want to fight the best guys in the world. Because if you beat one, maybe you get confidence to beat 2. Remember Ginger last time? We just seen that mythical creature Ginger. Remember Naz? Naz went and won it after losing the first fight because the other guys goes and wins the bell. Like, so much crazy stuff happened in the last Grand Prix. I cannot wait. But one of these guys is going to be in it. We're about to find out who it is.
Well. Sorry.
Nah, it's good. You can go, Cyrus.
I was just going to say, we're seeing Rosa Jr. again. I think it's the second time we've seen him out here. Young kid going up against one of the biggest veterans of this division. I mean, we've seen a couple of brows recently. He's becoming almost meta in this weight class. I feel like he's a solid pick when you hit the prelim side of things, Jay.
Yeah, for sure. And Toasty Toes, like he always is the underdog. And then there's stakes on the line. So how do you think Toasty Toes plays? Because he has a history of getting nervous in front of the bright lights, Humble.
Yeah, and he said it openly as well, you know. He's got to find ways to kind of relax himself and calm himself down. Sometimes that can hinder your performance, and sometimes being on the edge a bit, being a bit nervous is good for your performance, Cyrus. So it completely depends how you kind of take those nerves and use them, or the anxiety. So I sometimes find that when I'm a bit nervous, I play a bit better, so, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, we really need to see which kind of side Toasty comes out. The thing is that it's hard to give Toasty advice because he fights very unorthodox, the way he mixes his grappling into his striking. You know, it's a bit of an odd mixture. It's a crazy panicked sort of feeling that he has. It's almost like a Tony Ferguson feel, to be honest with you. He gives that kind of like frantic approach where he's kind of going after everything massively, but the problem is that sometimes he's missing some of the tactical or traditional fundamentals, J-Dive. And people like Ken Muir, people like Kenan Barao can really start to capitalize on that on the feet if he's not able to get that takedown early.
Yeah, it's cool throwing all the nice moves and doing your own stuff, but it comes down to the fundamentals. When you're down to your last, the basics and fundamentals is what's going to take you far, Humble.
Exactly. You know, fundamental boxing, fundamental grappling. This is what we're seeing right now. Takes him to the fence, limits his options, and then jumps on his back to essentially secure what you would deem as a takedown. You know, Cyrus, he's got control. So now he's in mount, and we'll see what he can do. But no denial there. This is what I'll be looking for in this first round. Denials will really give you that advantage.
Yeah, exactly right. And Toasty Toes, you know, wasn't having a great time on the feet for the amount of time that it was there. He's already cut and bloodied, and this is his wheelhouse. This is where he needs to get that back. He needs to make sure that Ken Muir kind of fears going back to this, so that it opens up the hands, which then in turn opens up that takedown again. But he's doing a great job, and he is a submission threat, especially with that low stamina, Jay. This could be bad news for Ken Muir. Maybe not.
Oh,
yeah, he knew shit.
Yeah, maybe not. He noticed that he started late, and it's gonna be hard for him to get that bar. But he doesn't. Toasty Toes don't look bad right now, even though he's using a not so good rated character. Raul Rosas still a young kid, but Toasty Toes looks confident right now, Humble.
Yeah, against like Renan Barao. Renan Barao is a former champion, you know, a really high rated, a legend Barao as well, so it should be like a good pick, which we've seen in the past. But the wrestling is really shining through. The skills of Toasty Toes starting to shine. Can he finish him? No blockage there, Cyrus.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, Toasty Toes, love him or hate him, he goes after it, bro. On the feet, on the thing. It's like, say, not the prettiest at times. Sometimes it's some crazy combinations. He's throwing a little out of range, or he's loading up on some shots, but god damn, it seems to be effective for the kid out here, Jay. He gets W after W. When he gets it to the mat, you can see that it's a bit of a different world for his opponents, but Ken Muir needs to keep it there, and getting those hands going early could make that takedown be forced and make it easier to take, to stop it.
Yeah, you're right. And Humble, what would you do if you were in Renan Barao's shoes right now?
If he can block this takedown, I can't. Well, now he's going to try and get back up. But I was going to say he needs to take the center of the octagon every time he's getting pressure against the back, against that fence. Pretty similar to Leon Edwards' Usman fight. Get your back off the cage, simple as that. And if you're behind that line, you've got to get to the center, as Cyrus will be sick of hearing me say.
That is hilarious, bro.
Take the center. Or take the center.
Take the center. Take it. Whoa, I don't even know what happened there, bro.
He didn't get up.
Exit out the back door. That's what happened.
Yeah. Someone pulled someone's shorts there and all sorts. I've seen so many infringements there, Cyrus, that both these guys should have point deducted.
Oh, he's getting going with those hands. He has got a bit of a stamina advantage, so this is a smart move. Try to really press him, using that jab to find the range, Jay, and a combination to go with it.
Yeah, and Ginger's doing a good job of clinching him, just ruining his rhythm, not letting him get started. With that being said, this fight is probably a close fight right now, Humble.
It is a close fight. It is. The damage-wise, it's been both. I don't think the fight's fair, because if you look at the size of each of the heads, Rose's head's so much bigger and easier to hit than Renan Barao's. It's just a bit of an unfair advantage right there. Size of the head of Rosa. Good work here. This could be it, you know.
Oh,
no, it was good defense. He posted at the right time. Was able to mitigate a lot of that damage, but he's not out of the woods. Toasty Toes got a minute 50 left on the clock, and as we saw in the first round, when he gets an opportunity, Jay, he's going to land that ground and pound, and he's going to bloody that face up. He does it very, very well. Not always the prettiest, but once again, one of the nastiest styles that you will see that quite clearly works. Ken Muir doesn't normally have to deal with this sort of shit, to be honest with you. He's able to stop it. He's able to kind of fight a little bit more technically, taking him out of his world, taking him into somewhere that he's maybe not as comfortable.
Yeah, but you said it best. You said he has an unorthodox style, so having dang, I'm messing up unorthodox. Like, that's an easy word. but yeah, having a style like that can give people trouble because he's not doing what you're used to seeing. You don't think he's supposed to take you down in this situation, but he's doing that. So your mind's not trained for that.
Yeah, it's not. No orthodox dime right there, giving us a bit of a rundown. Exactly that, J-Dime. I like it. But I'm going to make you say that word so many times tonight.
That's so crazy. I couldn't say unorthodox. Like, that's crazy.
Unorthodox dime, that's the new one. That's getting for a teacher. Back to the fight. Oh, double elbow. We've been here and all. Doesn't matter what we've heard. Death kick as well. Right, let's just run through it. So we've got double backpack, double clinch. So all these people going crazy in the chat. We'll give you a quick rundown of our rule set, Tyrus. We try and allow as much stuff as possible. You got to deal with it. It's your job to deal with it, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, if it was down to just me, there'd be more on the table, to be honest with you. I mean, if it's in the game, it's in the game. But you know how it goes, bro. You've got to defend yourself at all times, and defense is a reward in and of itself. You can stifle it. You're going to attack their stamina, and we've seen it before, right? Some of those grapple-heavy techniques. They don't. Oh, never mind.
Oh my, dang, Raul! I didn't know you had hands like that, young boy.
It's not like it's not an even fight as well. These two are hitting each other backwards and forwards. I know it's uncomfortable, and Muir is not happy. I wouldn't be happy with his performance, but it's not your opponent's job to make you happy and fight a clean fight. This is mixed martial arts. The guys have got to use every tool they can, including the death kick. Like, you know.
Can he do it, bro? Can he do it?
Nice death kick. Usually people sidestep that and they pay in prime time, but not today.
Well, 3 minutes 30 left on the clock. Ken Muir seems like he has a fire lit up under his ass and is trying to get that finish. Humble, he may just do it. Whew.
Sheesh. Everything Ginger worked for is getting taken away in this third round. I mean, I called him Ginger. Dang, I mean Tatico. I apologize, Ginger.
Oh, wow.
My bad.
Brother. Ken Muir, unorthodox.
Unorthodox die.
God.
Well, Ken Muir comes into the chat, said, "Hold that, you cheesing dork." That, I mean, he was not happy. I know, he was not happy, bro.
Right? No, this is my point, right? So everyone's kicking off in the chat saying you don't ban these moves. He dealt with it and knocked him out. Like,
yeah,
that's what you do. That's how you shut it up. You beat these guys. If you feel like that is cheesy, beat that style. Learn how to beat that style. And Ken Muir did that in a fight. It was a good fight, though. I enjoyed it, to be honest. And was Usman cheesing against Leon Edwards the other day when he kept going for the clinch and, you know, like, no, he's trying to take him down with a fight.
The foot stomps against Jorge were maybe a little cheesy, but no. I'm joking, bro. I'm joking. Look, ultimately, look, if everybody fought the same, then there would be no contrast. It wouldn't make you appreciate what's actually being brought to the table. Toasty Toes, like I said, I said it all the way through, bro. Unorthodox. He's he fights a little bit kind of, I don't know, like a Tony Ferguson. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like a little bit spazzy. You don't know what he's gonna do, but ultimately, that's what makes him so effective, is his unpredictability. He wasn't able to get it done here this evening. A big moment from Ken Muir gets him a big W, and it looks like on the scorecards he was actually winning the fight as well, crazily enough. 2018 and 1919, so majority decision it would have been for Ken Muir if he was able to secure that third round. Either way though, my guys, this card is absolutely steamrolling. We have 18 fights, a little bit larger than normal, but we are killing it for time right now, because these guys are getting finish after finish. Up next is, I believe, on Xbox again, or no, maybe not. Vex Coroglu up against Blake TT. Must be on PlayStation, right?
Yeah, it's Blake. It's Kaya Blake.
Yeah, I thought so. It's just I seen Vex, and I know Vex for being a
teammate. Now TT Blake. And he's number 16, Blake. So if he has to win this, otherwise he's not going to be in the Grand Prix. And I believe he's on a 2-fight losing streak, so he needs to do something today.
I just thought about that. Do you think he's on a losing streak because he left KIA because he was on a tear before he left.
I'm not that childish, Jay. Damn to say that, to be honest.
Are you not? Are you not that childish?
I would never say that live on a stream.
You're not that. Yeah, you're not that childish.
It might have something to do with that. Do you know what? TT are a great camp. They've got some great players in there. No, I'm not gonna constantly just mess about with them. But they have a fantastic team, and it'll be interesting to see what he's learned. I know that he's working closely with CV, so. If he's working closely with CV, credit to CV. CV's a great player. So essentially, I wonder what Blake can take from that, and it'll be interesting to see what Blake does with the information he's given as well.
Hold on. Is he working with CV or CV beating him up? There's a difference between.
Bro.
Okay, I need to stop. This should be a good match.
I have to say, if he has been though, I think that this Gus pick kind of makes a little bit of sense. I actually like this matchup, Gus. V Johnson. It's a fun matchup. The reach advantage, the slight speed up against that power is obviously always present with Johnson. Always present.
Yeah, 100%. And RIP to Johnson, man. But it's covered goose from Russia, right? So.
Oh yeah, that's why it looks like that.
Interested about the ping, J Dan, but it seems okay at the moment. Seems quite nice. Gustafsson and meta pick, as Cyrus was mentioning, and the slower, sort of heavier power. I'm sure he's 98 power or something, Anthony Johnson, if I'm correct.
Yeah, wouldn't put off. Give that guy 99, bro. I mean, he hits. It's scary. He has death touched sort of power. Has knockouts in every weight class. That kind of speaks for itself. Well, welterweight onwards.
Should have been the light heavyweight champion if you think about it as well, because DC cheated and admitted to cheating. So I don't know.
Hey, listen to me. It's not cheating if you don't get caught.
He got caught after he admitted it.
No, look, he got caught after, right? After all the speculation, but we knew what was going on. But obviously, the people by that towel didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. I mean, what a standout guy, though. I know he's using Rumble right now. It's a great from Choreography, but what a standout guy Rumble is, because he found out about that and wasn't bothered. So, it just shows, and he congratulated, used to ring DC. What a nice guy. But, getting back to the violence, Cyrus. He shoots for a takedown, and now Blake is starting to grapple. Something we've seen recently from him, J-Dan. But Cyrus, he's grappling, he's kind of gone away from. He's starting to do more striking, but he's Gustafsson at the moment. That's got to... I don't know how I feel about that.
He's trying to round out his game. I think it would have been, maybe a smart move if he was able to secure a position. Because obviously you want to gas out Rumble. He's not known for his gas tank particularly. But as we see, it was honestly quite easily reversed from Coroglu, and he gets back to his feet relatively easily as well. And that's obviously where you want to be if you're Rumble, bro. You want to get that big damage off and go to the body like he is. He's having a lot of success with it. You can see it attacking that stamina, Jay, beautifully.
Oh, Rumble looking good right now. Oh.
Yeah, I'm liking where Kroger's at. He's paced himself really well. People putting RIP Rumble to the obviously in the chat, but obviously stamina as well. I wonder, the ground game I'm guessing was to kind of take away some stamina, but didn't quite work. Kroger,
he took away his own stamina.
One shot at a time, Jay.
Yeah, he's fighting at a good pace, and Blake took away some of his own stamina, if anything.
Yeah, I think a lot of that body, honestly, Coroglu's doing great work attacking the body right now. He's, uppercuts to the body. He's throwing knees to the body. And gets a takedown of his own, which is interesting. Was not expecting that from Rumble, but it's a way to end out the round a little bit more impactfully, I believe. You very, very close back and forth for a little bit, and then kind of edging it out on getting that takedown could be very, very, important as we move into the second and third round.
Yeah, could, and he gets to mount right now. Can he do some damage? This is going to be a key if he can posture up right now. Got 27 seconds to work. Those aren't just normal shots. Those are killer shots, J-Dan. One of those could have put him out.
Especially from Rumble. Before there was Francis Ngannou. You know who was the hardest hitter? It was Anthony Rumble Johnson, Cyrus.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Lightweight to heavyweight.
He fought as low as welterweight, right? And he goes...
did he go lightweight?
No. He was welterweight. I don't know how he made it.
He fought Josh Koscheck, so yeah. Welterweight's like the lowest he's ever been, but yeah.
How did he make that at weight?
Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. He's definitely his best at light heavy, but big head kick.
Big shot. Woo. That is dangerous. He's got him back against Venti straight up as well, so see how he moves right there. Blake moves off. This doesn't feel right for Blake. I know he usually likes to play these sort of heavyweight classes, so I'm quite surprised, Jay.
I've never seen him play in this weight class. I thought he'd go.
I think
Yeah, it looks it looks weird. Like I've never seen him use a heavy fighter before, Cyrus.
You know,
That could be it.
Yeah, like
bit of an adjustment.
maybe
right?
he's been practicing though. So,
Oh my goodness, man! Any time that Rumble lands, it's just so much more impactful, and he is managing his gas tank very, very well. Jay, you mentioned it earlier, just like picking his shots excellently. Everything seems to be landing, and no real wasted energy for the most part from Coral Glue.
Eesh. I'm thinking, what should Blake do right now, Humble?
To be honest, he's got no. I don't see him attacking anything in particular. He's just using his jab from long range. He's trying to pepper. He's getting caught with those bigger shots. I believe the kicks are going to be vital. You know, you got to cut off that cage. Use your kicks. He's trying to grapple again. Doesn't quite work, and now Kogu backing up again. Gets the clinch. Goes for the knee to the head. Doesn't quite go through as well. Cyrus is a back and forth, a little bit of a strategic battle right now. Nothing coming through.
Yeah, for sure. Some big pullbacks. I mean, look, they're still trying to make reads, but I don't know. Was there a connection issue going into this one as well? I have seen a few people mention it, but
Yeah, because I don't know what the ping was. That's from Russia to Northern Ireland, so
okay. Yeah, not sure what it was. I see some people are mentioning it. I don't know if that's having an impact. Stream's going relatively well, and those hands are definitely being let, to fly. That's good work. But
that's not good work anymore. Oh my! Right when he had a good moment.
I know for a fact that because I've played him recently, I know B's going to start using the elbows and knees soon or later because that's what he's going to refer to as he's starting to get picked apart right there. It's probably going to help him as well during the stamina. But I've seen a few coming out about a minute ago, Jay, and I reckon we're going to see a few more as this fight progresses.
Blake needs a moment at this point. He needs a big moment just to turn the momentum around because he's landing good shots far in between, but he hasn't been able to establish nothing, Cyrus.
Whew. He hasn't. He does get a nice little slam takedown right there. However, 45 seconds left on the clock, but he will have to go hell for leather to get himself back into this round. Some big ground and pound, but it's going to be easier said than done. Humble Coraglu is being just very, very smart in this fight. It's hard to put it any other way. He's been very switched on, very dialed in, not making very many mistakes at all.
Yeah, he's defensively sound, right? He's done a good job of mitigating any sort of real damage that's come through. But Blake's starting to land a few more shots. This is not even going to be towards the end of a round for judges. It's a close round, that one now, because of the... We're going to get to see some stats right there.
No, we know who won that round.
Won that round, yeah. So, all nothing for Blake right now.
Yep. I mean, once again, he has so many finishes on his resume. I will never count him out, but having a lot of adversity in this one. But that's what makes great storylines. It's not like he hasn't had moments of his own big head kicks have, come flush for him. But he gets body kicked. Those body shots all adding up, Jay, as he gets pressed against the cage.
It's time for Blake to bite down on his mouthpiece and go for it all. Set up something. Because you need a knockout, a stun. Something, Blake.
I know what's coming. There they are. There they are. The knees and elbows are starting. There you go, Jay. That's what we expected. That's what we expected from Blake. See, honestly, I noticed it straight away. Since he started losing fights, he started throwing those knees and elbows. I don't know if it's a strategy.
No, it's what you know. When you're down to your last, you go back to what you know. What's muscle memory.
The head kick setups from Kogu. He's doing a good job going low and high. I believe he's got to stop taking cumulative amount of damage on the block now. His block's starting to get low. So I can guess Blake's going to start pouring that double jab on him a bit more.
He need to throw something after the double jab.
Those head kicks are going to come as well. He's landed a few of his own. He is just trying to find the opportune moment. Big mix-ups, goddamn.
Jeez, that was a baseball bat right there coming towards his head.
Oh, lovely work. Combinations.
Not over. Blake has had success.
Close to the body again, Blake. He's starting to land more though, and he needs to. I believe he needs to. I believe he needs a knockout. Nice from Kogu, trying to take him out. Whoa, we skipped a beat. We come back.
Nice left hand.
Blake,
oh my God! Is he gonna steal it?
Blake! Is Blake gonna find a way to win? Is he gonna steal this? Blake!
Oh my God, he could get the Grand Prix. He needs to go and get. The body shot. Nice combination. Dutch style leg kick right there. Body shot. Body shot again. Blake's going down.
He's shutting all this down now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, oh, Blake! Come on.
This is madness, bro.
Going on 3 with his new team as well, Jay. That would be. He needs to win this fight.
It's not over.
Oh!
Oh!
This is over. This is it. It's got to be.
Oh. And it's over.
Yeah, what a fight, man. What a fucking fight. Look, was not his night, but what a third round to turn it back around. He was having some difficulties. Yeah, he had some moments, but that third round, you know, to kind of muster that final effort, much credit where credit is due with Blake, but Coraglu, man, he's a man possessed right now. Getting it done again out here, Humble.
4-0. 4-0 going into that Grand Prix. Nice spot as well. He's ranked number 14, so he's going to jump up the rankings. Doc will probably give us, or the truck will give us, just expose the truck right there. The truck will give us essentially something update to see where these guys are. Last time I got told, Spooky, when he won his fight, he jumped to number 16, so he had a place in. But then how those rankings shift. Coraglu was already ranked, so he shouldn't knock anyone out of the rankings, but for him, he is a 4-0 prospect going into the Grand Prix. That's because you're going to get a bit of a spotlight from that Cyrus alone.
Yeah, well, 100%. And the simple fact is that when you're undefeated, you have a next level confidence, man. Nobody's been able to finish this man right now. And look, he just did that against Blake, who's been in or about the top of the rankings in the past. I know he's lost 1 or 2 at the moment, but ultimately, Coraglu sees that opportunity. Almost like when John Jones came through and he kind of started slaughtering, you know, like Lyoto Machida and Rashad Evans and stuff like that. That's kind of... Coraglu's giving me those vibes, I'll be honest with you. He's coming in here, slaughtering some veterans, and, I mean, it's got to be more than confidence building from that guy right there. I look forward to seeing what he does next time out. Undefeated, fighting in the Grand Prix. I mean, a big future ahead of him, potentially, if he's able to keep up that momentum. But... J Dime, it sets us up absolutely beautifully for 2 veterans that have been fighting on the Xbox scene for a little while now, are finally meeting up, I believe, for the first time. It is DB Chris, who is ranked number 13, currently 5-2, up against ranked number 17, B-Fab Jakey. This is in middleweight. These 2 guys come for all-out war. It's going to be an action-packed, brother, start to finish.
Yeah, and B-Fab Jakey, grappler turned striker. He's looked good. He's looked good lately too. Versus DB Chris, a DB. I'm about to say a staple of the DB camp. Like, and then we're getting closer to the main card, so this should set us up nicely.
Oh yes, it definitely is. B-Fab Jakey's got some of my favourite highlight reel finishes that you can see in PT, and DB Chris has been killing people left, right, and centre, Cyrus. So this is gonna have big implications. It'll be interesting to see who they kind of pick.
Yeah.
We've got Cannoneer versus Gaslam. First time we've seen these guys tonight, so it'll be very interesting to see how this is approached. 2 powerhouses, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for anybody that's newer to the community, early prelims, there are restrictions, 4-star fighter onlys in each weight class. And then, of course, as we hit the main card, co-mains and main events of this evening, those guys will all have 0 restrictions outside of no mirror matches, of course, across the board out here, Humble, giving us a nice variety to the fights that we are seeing. But it also leads to matchups like this, which I feel like are interested. They got different dynamics and what they bring to the octagon.
Definitely, and with the position of these 2 guys as well, those sort of implications that you just said about what.
Oh my God, bro! What's going on tonight?
Oh my!
I was going to say the word. Yeah, whoever wins this fight goes in the Grand Prix. Whoever doesn't is out. Simple as that. The position of both these guys would essentially knock them out if they didn't win. So we're fighting for a place right now, J-Dime.
Yeah, and Calvin Gastelum gotta move his head and reset, because you don't want to get punched or kicked like that by someone who has 98 power. Calvin Gastelum has to use that 4-star boxing, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right, brother. I won't be surprised if he mixed in some grappling as well. The only thing that puts me off that is the fact that it is Jakey using Cannoneer. But that's part of the problem now with Jakey, is that you got to pick your poison. This man was a fantastic grappler for many a season, but recently has been lighting people up with his hands. Has to be careful not to get overconfident in that, though, as we can see, Chris seems to find the mark more often than not when he gets them going. Out here, Jay, flurries are flying.
Yeah, after Chris almost got his head knocked off a few times, seemingly settled down a little bit, and he's fighting a lot better now, Humble.
Yeah, I like his calmness, like in the pocket. So he'll throw punches. He'll use his block, like like boxers should. Sometimes he uses his block really well. Counters, blocks a shot, then block counter, and beautiful work with the lead hand right there as well. Count wasn't a check up, but nice work in there, J-Dan, with some fundamental, basic boxing. But it was fantastic.
Yeah, and I know I bring this up a lot, but the basics are the most important in everything you do. No matter what you learn, what cool stuff you learn, it all comes down to the basics, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. There's a principle called keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid, man. You've got to keep it simple. Because ultimately that's what sets up all of the flashiness. You can't go out there starting to throw capoeira kicks and expect it to land. You've got to set all that up, and that is what Jakey has done so beautifully as he lands another set of combinations to sit down Chris. This kind of accumulative work is really adding up, especially with the power the Cannoneer holds in those hands, Humble.
Yeah, it's beautiful. 2 adjustments we've seen in the last 2 minutes from both guys. We've seen Chris going forward with the boxing he was landing, he was block countering, and then we start seeing that was pull war.
Oh, that was beautiful, and Calvin Gastelum needed that moment too.
Crazy pull. It was like 4 pulls there, something in a row there, Cyrus, and that's they ended up catching each other. I was trying to make a point of the combinations from Cannoneer was starting to flow. If someone's taking shots on the block and firing back, you need to throw more than 1 or 2. So that's exactly what he's doing, and that's how he started landing his shots with Jakey.
Oh. That was a great round. That was a great start to this fight.
Nice work right there. I've just lost my sound, so I do apologise, guys. I've just came back. So I am slightly behind Cyrus, but yeah.
No, you're all good, brother. I had a similar technical issue. My mic was out for a minute, but I was responding. These guys, as you rightly said, Jay, fantastic first round. I do not expect this one to go to the judges. If they make it out of this round alone, it will be absolutely a miracle. They are fighting with bad intentions, and every single second of this round, Humble, non-stop violence across the stretch of the last 7 or so minutes, or 6 or so minutes.
Been like that throughout the night, as there's been like some, you can tell there's high stakes involved. Cannoneer going forward, drops him. Straight right there, he's gonna wait till he gets back up. Chris really in trouble right now. Doesn't get the pull back counter, but maybe he was scared of someone coming. But they've been pulling each other's pull, Jay, so it's been you don't know what to throw and what to pull at the moment in this fight.
Yeah, if they have a pull war, someone got to go to the body off the pull, because you know the other guy gonna lean back, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. It's, lots of consequences to every decision they make, from every slip, every pull, every combination can either lead to major success or major failure. Big throw and a big miss right there. Chris looking like he's a little bit more dialed in, but Jakey just lands everything he throws.
Got his guard up just in time, Jay.
Yeah, this is a war. This is not getting out this round. This match ends this round. Oh, how did he not get a counter, Cyrus?
Good.
Bro, he is risking it. Gets sat down once again. Kevin Gastelum gets finished. Once again, B-Fab Jakey gets his hand raised. Gets another finish, Humble, for a man that, like I said, was a grappler through and through. Some people used to hate on his style. He's fantastic within the community. He's put on a lot in the past. Obviously, we've done some co-hosting events with him, but he's still as proficient in the cage as he has ever been, if not even better, because he now has that added dynamic of knocking people out left and right.
Exactly, and he was ranked number 17, so we'll get an update from the truck in a bit to see where that's put him, because there's a lot of guys who are potentially in front of him, but he'll be happy because he's just got to win over number 13. That's going to propel him, and it was a finish as well. Those extra points from the finishes that we do, first round finishes get higher points than the second and the third. It's only a few points, but the way our finishing weight works is you have to, if you want to beat people for points, Cyrus, you essentially have to get quick finishes. There's no way else to do it.
Exactly. Obviously getting a W is absolutely the most important thing, but then getting those additional points for getting finishes earlier and earlier is only going to help your case to get in or amongst the top and ultimately separate yourself from the rest of the pack when it comes to title opportunities and ultimately securing that gold. It's what the best have been able to do, and it's what the best will continue having to do in order to stay ahead of the game. But as you can see, the stakes continue to get leveled up, fight in, fight out. Up next out here, Humble, we have a sensational fight between two guys who have been doing, just simply fantastic in this most recent season. We have the one and only KM now, Frosty MMA, ranked number 10 under the primetime banner. What a season this man has had right here. I look forward to seeing what he's able to do, my man, because he's going up against CW's Ed Parker, currently undefeated. 6-2, up against 3-0. This one is a fun one, brother. A fun one. Top 15, two killers.
Mate, what a fight this is. Obviously, the notorious Ed Parker and then Frosty MMA. And I can see Ed kind of calling Frosty and saying, I'm coming for you, brother, because essentially, we've said it all night, these prelims are all about who gets in the Grand Prix. If Ed loses this fight, he's not in the Grand Prix. If Frosty loses this fight, they're probably more likely not in the Grand Prix because of the way the points work. So they're fighting for a place, and Ed's been flawless so far, J-Dime, but Frosty is shown time and time again he is a killer, and he's got a massive set of skills.
Yeah, and people shouldn't sleep on Frosty just because Ed Parker is really known. Ed Parker's really good too, but Frosty presents problems of his own too that could give Ed Parker trouble, and then they're fighting for it all. Who will be in the Grand Prix, Humble?
Oh man, I don't know. I think if either guy loses this, they're out. If either guy wins it, they're in. Like, I've just found out Jakey's now ranked from his last win. He's now ranked number 15, so he's on the edge. He's right on the edge. So he's put himself in the position, but he's right on the edge right there. So, these guys are also fighting for position as well. Whoever wins this fight is going to get a better fight in the Grand Prix to kind of propel himself up. And it's all going to be about the Grand Prix tonight, but this is an interesting fight, to the least.
Yeah, look, people won't get sick of it, brother. I'm telling you, it's all hype, because this next set of events, if you've never been part of Primetime MMA's community as we go into the Grand Prix that we do to kick off each season, then you have not lived, my man. When it comes to UFC esporting action, those Grand Prix are honestly the pinnacle. It is the top of the previous seasons, fighting it out. And it can make or break somebody's season, quite honestly. Some people can go on a 4-fight win streak, 5-fight win streak, and get that gold. And the last fight of the season is what gives you that opportunity, and it's why you're seeing these guys coming out and fighting with their hearts on their sleeves. They're leaving it all out there because they want to make sure that they've given it all to get that opportunity.
Exactly that, and we're about to get that right now, J-Dime, as these two met in the centre of the octagon. They're still filling out each other. You can see from the movement, but Ed's starting to use the jab, trying to close the distance, and Frosty just picking away on the outside, being a bit more successful at the moment, J-Dime.
Yeah, but the striking exchanges, they're going to be close between Max and Jorge, but what changes it is the power between those two, because Max don't have as much power as Jorge does, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right. Death by 1,000 cuts is always going to be the way of Max Holloway, but you got to remember this guy just simply doesn't die, so there's no way that you can set hands on him and expect him to drop. Although, with that being said, Jorge does have some heavy hands, which he's starting to land out here, Humble.
Yeah, definitely. And we have to go off the information we know about Ed Parker as well. We know that Ed Parker notoriously likes to pick a player like Conor McGregor. So anything power like a kickboxing style, he's going to get to use it in a similar sort of stance. And the way he's played the moment, the teeps are coming through. But I'm liking Frosty. He's making sure he's in the fight. He's making sure he's not kind of getting caught off guard, and he's getting some respect from Ed Parker as well. He needs to keep this up going forward, because as we know, sometimes Ed can take over rounds. It's an interesting fight so far, J-Dime.
Yeah, and you know how that Ed Parker's used to using Conor? Because he's using Jorge in Southpaw just like he would use Conor, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. He, honestly, Ed Parker's really, really technical, right? That's one thing that Frosty's been doing so well as well. Frosty kind of, has that finishing sort of ability. He's really good at forcing people to make mistakes. But that's what Ed Parker does, and I just feel like these guys are playing chess truly at this stage. They're really trying to outwork each other, find feints and combinations to draw out the shots, and you can see that it's literally on a knife's edge right now.
Exactly that. And Frosty struggled a lot more against people who don't do that, people who like to kind of challenge the this sort of style and make it dirty, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. You know, use the grappling, use the clinch, things like that, the knees and elbows. He struggles more against that. So this, for him, it most feel nice to kind of fight someone technically brilliant, but either a guy makes a mistake right here, the other guy's going to end it at any point. Trust me on that, because these two are professional killers in this octagon. They know exactly what they're doing, J-Time, and they're very good at finishing fights in one shot.
Yeah, but I love the way Max Holloway, aka Frosty, is working the body, draining Ed Parker's stamina, Cyrus.
Yeah, like honestly, he is a gamer. Truly, Frosty is kind of risen up through the rankings this season through performing in a very intelligent way. He attacks it, everything he needs to. He just makes the right decisions. The great fight IQ when it comes to performing in this virtual octagon out here, Humble.
It's a really good fight at the moment. He's going to the body again, catches him. It's still on the outside, and for me that is, well, I don't like to judge, but for me, that in my head that Frosty won that round, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think I probably agree with you. I think that right now Frosty playing out of his socks. You can see the advantage he has coming into this next round. It's all on Ed Parker to get more active, but he's truly a king of making adjustments, as you see right there, Jay.
Yeah, and Ed Parker has fought so much that he's seen every style, so he knows how to make adjustments. That's one of the things that make him good. But Frosty is not making it easy, and Frosty's comfortable out here, Humble.
Yeah. He's
very comfortable out here.
Can he get the finish right now? Ed Parker blocks the second or third strike, gets it with a few nasty ones, but manages to survive. Adversity, Jay.
Ooh, he gets to get up. Yeah, adversity. Ed Parker has faced it before, but he hasn't faced Frosty. That's the difference here.
Exactly right. Frosty, honestly, like I say, playing out of his socks, making every right step so far, has to be careful of some of the counter combinations coming his way from Ed Parker, who is now pressing the action and trying to make that cage feel small, but he's having some difficulties, Humble, finding that range and really setting down on those punches.
Yeah, he is, and it's all due to Frosty's game plan here. Frosty drops him down, death kick comes through. Parker's got a second chance right now, doesn't back up, and he's really trying to make Frosty come out of character. Not happening so far, J-Time.
Yeah, Frosty's comfortable, and the fact that Ed Parker is forced to keep walking forward like this, he's draining his stamina even more because he's behind, and he got to be the one to land some shots right now, Humble.
Yeah, exactly, and he's got him behind that line that I always talk about, but the problem is the way Frosty's landed, he's just constantly picking away. Nice work from Ed though. Ed's got a chance, double jab again, gets him against the fence. Doesn't quite land it off, but he's still got the damage going. He's chaining it.
Yeah, he did a good job. Frosty able to survive for the moment though, Jay, but once again, Ed Parker on him, pressing that action very, very heavily.
Head's blinking as well, like for a second. Oh!
Ed's trying to make this comeback. Yeah, Ed's starting to land more. So, but he's still draining Ed's stamina, but Ed's not giving up. And now Ed's finding more success. So it's interesting how this round will end, Cyrus.
Yeah, the damage is mounting up, and I don't know how much that stamina is going to play a part. Because you don't need stamina if your opponent's face down on that canvas.
Doesn't let him near. Very smart from Ed J-Dimey, where he got away from that fence right there, especially. He has to be super careful about his stamina through this, but he has got Frosty in a position where, you know, he takes too many more shots to the head. It's going to be over.
I'm going to tell you the problem.
My
You said it's going to be over. Is it over?
Oh, he goes to the armbar, 26
He don't have time.
He's just gone for a kind of a showboaty sort of sub, just like Spooky. We don't have time left, essentially. Saying that,
I love finish the fight submissions. He doesn't have time for it, unfortunately. You need 34 seconds, I believe, to get this submission, if I remember rightly, at least. Ultimately, though, one hell of a way to end out the round. These guys living up to all the hype, Humble. Action has been non-stop, and so far, performance of this evening seems to be going to the way that Frosty is performing. If he can keep this up, he may be on for that. He is playing fantastically right now.
Yeah, and like I said, Ed is against it here. He needs to knock him out. He needs to do something. I don't know who won that round because of the knockdowns.
Yeah, exactly. It's tough, right? They both got stuns, they both got knocked down, but
if he sidesteps, I'm surprised that he hasn't sidestepped one of those shots, so it makes me question other things, but at the same time, no denial as well. Very interesting.
He may not be reacting to it, Humble.
Yeah.
But That's uncharacteristic for him. Usually,
that's what I mean. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, spinning wheel kick.
See, the thing is, Ed has been in this position within prime time before, where he's been down on the judges' scorecards and he has to come back and rally for a finish, and he's able to do it then. But he gets stunned.
Is he going to today?
That's the question.
I thought he landed an elbow on that, and he ended up getting rocked in it. Crazy. I can see Ed's trying to set up certain kind of shots, but at the same time, his stamina just not helping. He probably wishes it's the first round again with the amount of stamina he had in there with this. He's got his head hurt, so if he can start landing that double jab again, we know that Holloway is going to be in some trouble, but he's not backing up anymore, Cyrus. He's kind of meeting him in the middle now.
Yeah, exactly. See, this is the thing now. This is when Frosty, if he wanted to, could let it go. And I think he's going to. Anytime he gets him rocked, he's got the stamina to empty the gas tank, but he's just wary of the fact that Ed is so good at countering, he didn't want to risk it. Takes him down and could secure a round out now if he's able to maintain position.
Oh, Max may try to ride out a decision. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about positioning. It is, as we've mentioned, the Grand Prix. If he wants a higher, he's going to risk it though against Ed. Ed's a very, very, very good player. As Cyrus mentioned, he can come back at any point. We don't know what that second round was scored. This third round so far seems to be good. It's just the stamina. The stamina has killed him in this fight, and obviously the damage coming from that as well, Cyrus.
Yeah, exactly right, bro. The stamina has played a massive factor. I think it made him start to second guess him, but it's all due to what Frosty is doing. Frosty's, just playing out of his socks. He really, really is. He's forcing Ed into making some traditionally, unlikely kind of mistakes.
Oh my god!
Oh my!
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Is it over?
Nice head movement from Ed. Not over. 50 seconds left to kind of secure the round. It'd be interesting to see if Frosty wants to finish, because I don't know about you guys, I would want to finish over someone like Ed. It propels you forward. It's going to be on your highlight reel when you fight for belts and stuff like that. That's what you want. But it'll be interesting to see if he holds it, and he does.
Is he going to finish it, or is he just going? I don't think he wants to finish.
He's going to wait it out.
He's going to wait it out.
This bit.
W's a W, and what a feather in the cap this will be if he's able to get it. It would appear that he may do. Ed Parker fought a good fight, but ultimately I do feel like Frosty was ahead a little bit in each realm of this, or each second of this fight. But an incredible fight. We expected it to have a lot of a lot of kind of technique and on display, and I feel like both guys executed that. They risked a little bit, they pushed the pace a little bit, but ultimately they fought incredibly well. And as you see, Frosty MMA gets one hell of a feather in his cap. Big win for the KM boys, and a even bigger win for Frosty MMA here this evening. Massive.
He handed Ed Parker his first sort of loss in PT, and Ed Parker will be back 100%. But Frosty is basically defended his spot and remained in the Grand Prix. It's going to be interesting to see how he comes forward, because he's had up and down performances, but performances like that, Cyrus, you could see him winning the belt with performances like that.
Yeah, surely, man, surely. Like I said, he's had one or two minor setbacks, but he's looked like, when he's on, he's looked like a wrecking machine. He slept once or twice, but all the greatest do. I mean, I'll throw it back to like Trixie's kind of historical run, where I think he got like 12 or 13 defenses. I can't remember exactly what it was right now, but it was a silly amount of defenses. He lost that very first fight of the season, and then he came back on a killing spree, ended up with a ridiculous record, 20-odd fight win streak, 12-odd, and that might be something that we see out of somebody like Ed Parker. He's high caliber, of course, not his fight here this evening, and like I say, absolutely credit where credit is due. Frosty MMA, especially since joining the KM boys, is continuing to impress and looking to show massive ripples in his game. But it sets us up beautifully, my guys, for the featured fight of the prelims. It is the one and only Kingsman, again, another Kingsman. This time Lilo, most improved Xbox fighter of 2022, now looking to put it all together once again. He was able to claim gold in that period of time, trying to get it back, and this is a big opportunity for him to do it. Like in the last one, we had a 3-0 Ed Parker, who was, undefeated. This time we have a 4-0 CW Yurta, so it is KM v CW once again, but it's Yurta v Lilo. It's going to be a great fight, guys.
can't wait for this one. Like you just said about Ed Parker and Yurta, there's a few guys like that in this Xbox division. Ed Parker was one of them. Now Frosty's took that. Is it going to be the same as Lilo going to defend his spot against Yurta? Yurta 4-0 at the moment. And you've also got Fadinator in the fight after this one as well when we go to the main card. He's 4-0. So there's a few guys tonight who potentially are putting themselves undefeated into the Grand Prix going forward. And it's going to be interesting to see this one. I rate Yurta really highly. He's one of the better competitors I used to see on PlayStation, so I know how good his skill set is, J-Time, but it'll be interesting to see Lilo, because you don't know what to expect with Lilo. He's been so improved since he first started the start of last year.
Yeah, and Yurta may be trying to get this revenge for Ed Parker. He just seen his teammate take his first loss, and maybe he's coming out here with a vengeance going into the Grand Prix, Cyrus.
Maybe so. I have to say, the fact that Lilo has gone Cub Swanson is an instant W right here. But we will see. I think that Dustin Poirier can be a little bit more of a difficult matchup for him in this weight class. He's powerful, he's got great boxing, and obviously has a slight reach advantage. But you can see that Lilo is fighting fast, and that's what you need to do in your cup. You need to get in there, hit your guy, and get the hell out of dodge, because you're a great hammer, not such a great nail.
Yeah, exactly that. He goes to the body right there, goes back to the head, and he's got a lot of unorthodox striking as Cub, so he can do certain things that Lilo likes to do. You know, a lot of the kicks he can throw, a lot of like the unorthodox taekwondo sort of kicks as well, Cyrus, and that can catch him off. Elbows like that will help as well. But as you said, Dustin Poirier's skill set mainly boxing, bit of kickboxing in there, so it's going to be tough because that's where Yurta is fantastic, Jay.
Man. Oh, this isn't featherweight. It just registered. So Dustin health stats isn't the same, but he still has the boxing.
And all the stats aren't the same. Obviously, he's a lot better in lightweight.
Yeah, I still wonder how he made featherweight now.
They need to give him Ed Poirier in a...
Yeah, he gotta have that buzz cut.
We gotta give us a new John Jones and Ed Poirier. It's gonna happen.
Oh. Lilo's looking fantastic right now. He is lighting up the block of Yurta, making it feel very, very uncomfortable. Yurta does need to make adjustments. Maybe going to that body and trying to attack the leg could be part of that game plan for him, but he seems to be content to try and throw some hands in the pocket. Whether or not that plays to his success, only time will tell. 2 minutes left in this first round, Jay. All to play for, my man.
So I know for a fact you want Cub Swanson to win. I know you're not supposed to be biased, but I know for a fact that's your guy. You want him to knock Dustin head off his shoulders right now.
This is true. This is true. I'm not going to deny it. I mean, no lies detected in that one for sure. But I don't want to see Cub lose. And ultimately, if he can get this W, it would be great for Lilo. It would be great for the Cub Swanson pick as well. Because I do feel like I said, Dustin is still a more solid pick for this weight class. I don't know what his stat kind of deficit is from lightweight, but still pretty good. Never mind though, Lilo connecting.
But he don't have the health stats. That's the thing. His health stats aren't the same.
You're up against it right now. He could be losing his undefeated record. Another guy in that division, Lilo, who's been amongst it, fought for belts, done all sorts of different stuff, and he's defending his spot against his up-and-comer in Yurta.
Maybe not, maybe not.
Fantastic work from Yurta right there. He's a killer, man.
He only needs one more often than not. Somehow, some way, Lilo survives that onslaught. Looks like we're going to see a second round, maybe.
Oh,
he survived.
That bell did not ring. He may have got killed out there.
But can you guys just tell me if I'm dreaming here? Was Lilo like winning 4 minutes and 30 seconds of that round?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it just all goes to shit in the last 30 seconds, essentially. And it almost feels like he lost that round.
Yeah, he did lose that round after that. You know, to be honest with you, he got sacked down, right? And that's part of the problem. But ultimately, Cub Swanson is a great hammer, not such a good nail. As I said in that first round, he got clipped in this one, which means that he's going to be more compromised and easier to get clipped in the second one.
Woo!
Starting to make reads for now.
Yeah.
Starting to make reads, and you can tell like the stakes getting higher. Every shot that lands, you can see there's like a counter setup or something's coming there, and it's not going to take long for one of these guys to catch each other clean J-Time.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for a big moment because you know what's about to happen. Look at the range they're fighting in.
look at the overhands and the nice sneakies. I love Lilo's way of fighting. He fights so unorthodox, but he mixes all of the fundamentals with some of the crazy attacks, and they catch you off guard, Cyrus.
Yeah, highly unpredictable. The way that he fights, that's the great thing that the Kingsmen do. They have excellent fundamentals, but because they're so confident in that striking, they let loose with it. And those hands flying make a net.
Doesn't block the head. This could be it. Gets the block on the. Oh, he survives. He survives, and he's going for the Kimura. Oh, that's it. It's over. There's no way. There is no way.
The start was good.
It is over. It is over. There's no way you're starting that way and not ending with your.
The start was crazy. Like, there's no way he can get out of this, right? Like, there's no way you give up that start. That was that great.
It's just the stamina. Just the stamina. Incredible work from Yurta as he lynches on. He's going to drive.
That's game. That's game. That's game. That is game. Yeah, that's game.
Nice work. Yurta gets the submission finish. Sorry, the OJ said jinx everything.
Bro, oh, god damn. What a submission, man. He cinched that up real nice from, what was potentially the face of defeat early in that first round. He was able to end the first round in a big way and then take that momentum out and get a submission out of it in that second. Beautiful work from Yurta. One hell of a fight. Let's be straight up. Didn't last for as long as it lasted. Those guys left it all in the cage.
Yeah, they did. 5-0 J-Dime going in that Grand Prix now. He's a force, right? He's a force to be reckoned with going in that Grand Prix. He had some adversity. We've seen adversity today.
Yeah, he faced adversity and he never panicked. Once he got dropped, he did what he had to do, and he ended up subbing Cub Swanson from the bottom.
Yeah.
Why did it matter if it's from the bottom or the top, Jay? That's the question.
I'm saying he likes to get dominated first. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What an absolute crazy fight. Crazy finish. Amazing work from Yurta. That guy, you can vision Yurta fighting for the belt. You can vision Yurta fighting these top guys. And Cyrus, the Xbox and the PlayStation division, I don't want to talk for too long, but they are so stacked. It's like you constantly, the card that we have tonight, the people on it, and they're fighting somebody else, and you find out about new people. It's just madness. PT is well and truly stacked.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think it's a testament to the kind of the thought that's gone in to everything that we've been building here from the community element. Everybody is welcome, and that the best rise to the top, which is what we have seen time in, time out. Now these guys, iron sharpens iron. They continue to battle it out in the cage and find opportunities to kind of get their name in the history books, attain that greatness, and the lucky few may make themselves all the way to the primetime gold. But with all that being said, we have had a sensational prelims and early prelims for Primetime 90, the final card of this season. We have 8 fights left on the main card, killer's row still to come. And of course, if you missed it from the beginning, we're going to go across to the little highlight or promo package put together by the one and only Mr. Humbleding. Enjoy. We will be back with the main card shortly.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain. You drive into the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere, and I've lost my light. For I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. The stinted love you've given, I've given all the boy I can give. You take my tears and that's not nearly
Oh, he just put him out. We have a new champion, guys.
That bloody era seems to be Bossman's era.
Call him the Irish Mystic Mac, the man from Limerick. Absolutely nails it. He called his shot and he delivered, Cyrus.
I guess the question is, who's next for Bossman?
Zinnio, he is a problem.
Zinnio is a problem. He's got 100% finish rates. This makes him incredibly dangerous.
Somebody's in the title shot, man. You just beat the #1 dude.
And Bossman didn't pick his normal character of Robbie Lawler. In fact, Deazinho has picked Robbie Lawler in this case, meaning that if he beats Bossman, he's beat him with his own character essentially. That is adding insult to injury if he wins that belt. It's the Xbox champion, Bossman, versus the #1 contender, Deazinho.
NM Smudger is the best PlayStation player to ever grace the virtual octagon.
He has a resume where you can't argue that right now.
Bro. As we said, he's got that thing that you just can't teach. He's got that dog in him. He continues to get his hand raised. He has truly been a champion in every respect of the word, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this man. If he is able to get past TK Josh on Prime Time 90, then my goodness, what a Grand Prix setup that is.
And he's going to be fighting TK Josh, the #1 contender, who's been destroying people with his striking lately. And Josh is going to be looking to take him out and go into that Grand Prix as the new PlayStation champion.
You know, but Josh, he's a problem.
Yeah, you said it best. That boy is a problem.
A thorn in the side of Smudger, and we'll see if his striking is going to be sufficient. Because Smudger is fully prepared to take this to the ground. If TK Josh can keep on the feet, he might be able to shock the world against one of the greatest of all times. It is your PT90 main event, and it starts right now.
Misunderstood, but I live this. My money's good and I can't quit. So step on up and I promise you, only one of us gonna make it out alive, and it's audio. Only one of us gonna make it out alive, and it's audio. Only one of us gonna make it out alive. Cutthroat.
And we are back at it. 8 fights on this main card. Primetime 90, the final card of this evening. My goodness, it has been fireworks top to bottom so far, J-Dime, and these next 8 fights promise to live up to all the hype, brother. Drizzy, FSK Fadinator up first. I mean, my goodness, bro.
Bro, this main card itself could be its own separate card. You see how many names are on here? We have the elite of the elite on this one main card.
Obviously, there's so many good fights at the top of that bill. That's Smudger versus Josh, as we just seen right there. Don't really need to say too much about it because it said everything in the video. That is the GOAT versus an up-and-comer who is a slick striker. Then you got Bossman versus Deazinho. Deazinho with 100% finish rate as well. Very confident he's going to win that one. Trixie Caliber, CV Core. Man, Cyrus, let's get these started. Let's get Fadinator versus Drizzle, and I cannot wait for this.
Man, I can't wait. Driz and Fadinator. And Fadinator is the former champ, Humble, and he came back. He had to start on the prelims, build himself back up. But now he's back and he hasn't lost, and he's preparing himself for the Grand Prix, Humble.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where he shines, right? That's where Fadinator has been brilliant, a former champion multiple times, essentially, and he was upset that he wanted the Ed Parker fight. He was asking for other fights. He wanted to fight for the belt. You know, he's going to put himself in a great position, essentially, if he wins this fight. But he's got a tough test because Driz is no slouch, Cyrus.
Exactly that, bro. Exactly that. Look, Fadinator performs best when he's at the top of the division. There's no doubt about it. You know, he has a certain way about him. You know, he's ultimately confident in his abilities, and rightly so. He has been at the top of that mountain more times than than most people for sure, bro. He's in or amongst the kind of pound for pound GOAT sort of status, and coming back after a long break, like you say, he had to fight through the trenches. He really did have to go through the gauntlet to get back to these stages. He's now back on the main card. He's 1 or 2 fights away from potentially, having an opportunity to fight for a belt, and a win here is vital to that. But Drizz is a killer through and through, and has shown that he has all of the skills to actually get that gold. And what a way to kind of put a point on that if he can get a win over Fad here this evening, Jay.
Yeah, and it's not like he's fighting someone he's not familiar with. You've seen the record was 289 and 64. So they've played many a time. So he has a familiarity with Fadinator's style. So that should do him wonders, Humble.
Yeah, I'm loving this already. They know each other, like you said, like the back of the hand. You can see them already kind of setting up shots before. They're no feeling out process because no needed. They know each other very well. So why would that need to be? They're already in it. They're already trying to do setups. It's going to be a fantastic fight. Fadinator at the moment for me is just landing some clean shots coming through, and obviously that's going to build Cyrus, and that's what he does really well.
Yeah, exactly right. I do feel like Drizz is interrupting Fad very, very well at the moment, but I feel like Fad is the type of guy that, the anger almost seems to fool him. When people start landing on him, he seems to get a little angry with it, but that anger only seems to propel him onto even more success. So it's kind of, live and die by the fire when you're in there with Fadinator, because he can not just do it on the feet out here. If he wants to, he could mix it up on the mat. He just chooses to do it more kind of like opportunistically than trying to force it, Jay, and I feel like that's why he's so dangerous. Anything you give him, he will take.
Yeah, and he's also so dangerous because he can fight different styles. He can change up his style. He's fighting here like this now. You remember when he fought Bang Bang? He fought Bang Bang type of fight and beat him at his own game.
Yeah, exactly right. Bro, he's a killer. These guys making really good reads so quickly. Like you guys were saying, know each other very, very well, and it's leading to zero feeling out process, all hands across the stretch of the last 3 minutes. I mean, it's crazy to think that we're, not even out the first round and there's so many shots thrown out here, Humble.
Yeah, and I love the way Fad's like barely enters with his jab. Like he'll throw a combination, rather like a hook or something like the combination, which is it's adding up every single time. So you can see them 3-4 pieces coming through. Dre's catching him as well. Close fight so far, J. I'm kind of mesmerized a bit by the action that we've got.
Yeah, you can tell they spar a lot. Just the way the fight is going, you can tell they know each other so well. But I think both of them are having success, but Fad is taking Rob Font's stamina down slowly, Cyrus.
No, he truly is. Those body uppercuts in particular continue to land as Drizz is pushing forward, and it's having a massive amount of impact. It's normally after he's thrown 2 or 3 punches to close the distance. Fadinator truly using some veteran savvy, but with that being said, Rob Font has those hellacious boxing combinations that are landing here, Humble.
Drizz was doing really well there going forward. He was doing fantastic when he was closing the range there, J. He had an immediate amount of success towards the end of that round when he started going forward.
Yeah, and that was a really close round. I gave it to Fad in a close round because of significant strikes, but that just shows how much they know each other, how close that round was, Cyrus.
Yeah, truly, man, truly. Oh my. Nice. They're starting out the second round. Like I said, 0 seconds wasted. They met in the center of that cage, and they got it going once again. Fadinator seems to be having some advantages, but there is obviously difficulties being presented and dangers that Drizz presents. But he does get clipped, Jay. Once again, the striking of Fadinator on full display.
Yeah. And the start of the round, Drizz is doing good, but
Fadinator! Wow, these have been tough fights for everyone tonight. Jesus Christ,
this is such a great fight. Whoever made this match, I appreciate you for putting them together because they know each other so well. So this is just a war right here.
Nice one. You welcome, J. Don't worry.
That wasn't you. Act like you be doing stuff like
it
this.
Was me, but
I don't believe that.
Honestly, the way these two fight, the way they do, I didn't actually know it was going to be like this, J. But Jesus Christ,
you didn't know, period. You didn't make it. I don't believe you. I'm gonna get. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Cyrus, way to make this! Oh my goodness!
Like we'll argue. That's how good the fight.
Oh my God! Drizz gets the finish. Humble, maybe ending his friend Fadinator's aspirations of getting into that Grand Prix with a left hook, brother. That is all she wrote.
Wow. just wow in that fight. It was such a good fight. We were arguing over it on the matchmaker just so they could claim some sort of link to that fight, because it was such a good fight. And Fadinator, you know, he's going to be gutted because he was doing well in that fight as well as, but he was landing and doing well. But he takes one shot, one opportunity there, and he destroys him with one huge hook.
Dre showing why he is so goddamn dangerous. I mean, great feather in his cap. I'm not sure what the rankings are stating. We'll have a little look shortly, but yeah. I mean, just what a way for Driz to kick off this main card, and definitely we will see him in the Grand Prix now. And you can see that he's going to be one of those dark horses for sure, man, because he was having some adversity in that one. Just to, you know, dug deep. It's hard not to have adversity against Fadinator, right? But to have that presence of mind, that confidence in his ability to let it all fly and ultimately find that finish, it speaks volumes to the levels that he has, and you know, the confidence that he has obviously accumulated through trials and tribulations to get to this point.
Sheesh. That's all I gotta say. Sheesh.
Got an update from the truck as well, and Driz is now ranked number 6. And Fad, number 15, so he's hanging on.
He's hanging on.
Life essentially is still in that Grand Prix. That's what I mean. A loss is huge. It's huge because it can propel you right down the rankings as well. These guys are all highly ranked, so for him to be 15, you know, one other guy drops down, he might go 60. Oh, it's tough.
It is, man. And that's what this is. You know, we're not stressing it just for our health or for the fun of it. Like this card, every single fight is absolutely vital. If one or two guys get, like, you know, losses here as well and they get pushed down the rankings, it could push Fadinator out. You never know where it's ultimately going to end up come the end of the season. We'll have some graphics come out with it that obviously we were trying to get sorted for here this evening, but it's going to be an intense kind of final 15, final 16, because these guys have left it all in the cage. They have fought tooth and nail to get that opportunity, and you know it's going to mean that they're extra motivated to make sure that all of that hard work going into the Grand Prix is capitalized on, because they've done that hard work now. Many of these guys, they've earned that Sponto, found themselves in that sort of position to get at that goal next time out, and there's no way or no better way to do it than the primetime Grand Prix.
Exactly that, Cyrus. And it's just massive fights all around. You can see it feels like it means something, you know. It feels like everyone's worked so freaking hard to do it. And I think it was, if I'm correct, if I checked the YouTube for the last Grand Prix, it was a year and a month ago, which was February last year, if I'm right. So it's a long road, a long sort of season that we've had, and people have built up these records in this time. It means a lot to them to have it in one event all of a sudden mean everything, you know.
Yeah, exactly right, brother. Exactly right. Well, I have some good news. The next one is now ready and raring to go. It is B3 Wavy up against Mula TT. These guys stepping into the cage once again, J-Dime, to put on some beautiful destruction for our viewing pleasure. The picks in and of themselves make for a fantastic fight. It is Alex Pereira up against Robert Whittaker. Woo, I mean, B3 Wavy with Alex Pereira, that's a pick and a half, and Muir with his all-round style, bringing Robert Whittaker, two very durable fighters, bringing a little bit of a contrasting style to this octagon.
It's interesting. I actually want to see that fight in real life. Alex, after Izzy beats him this time, guys, I want to see him fight Rob Whittaker. That's a good fight because Rob presents different problems, and I want to see how good Alex is. For real. Because I know he can beat Izzy. Yeah. But I got to see him fight Rob. Because I feel like you got to fight Rob in that division.
Rob's he's not a gatekeeper, I guess, but he beats.
But you have to beat him, though. You have to fight him.
He never looks off as well, even if... The only person he's looked off against is Izzy. That's it. Everybody else, he always looks on.
Yeah, that's like his kryptonite. You know how, like, everyone... Or not everyone, because John Jones don't have that one. But, like, you know, a lot of people have that one guy that's... Yeah. Izzy's that for him.
Sorry.
These guys starting out very quick out here, Humble. You can see the jab of Wavy trying to be thrown in the face of Muir. Really trying to set up some of the bigger shots. And Muir's really trying to dig down to the body, which opens him up to some big uppercut and knee counters, which you know is going to be part of the repertoire for B3 Wavy, especially with that Alex Pereira pick. Never mind, spin to win!
The hook. The hook's the big weapon for Wavy, and he realised that he was throwing it a lot and then ducks it and comes back with a spinning counter, which was well timed and well presented there, J-Dime. He knew what was coming there.
Yeah. And every time I see a middleweight fight, I just know Rob Whittaker gonna get picked because if you're a striker, he's the meta. If you're a grappler, he's the meta. He's like, for everything you want to do, it's Rob Whittaker, Cyrus.
It is, bro. It really is. Rob Whittaker is the one-stop shop of mixed martial arts skill sets. He can truly do it all, a jack of all trades, and Moolah is a guy that likes to really visit every array of mixed martial arts. Gets the sit down with the hands. I'm surprised he didn't go to the ground with it though, Humble, because he's shown us before that this man can grapple.
Yeah, he can grapple, but he's feeling himself, I guess, on the feet. You give him the guy the chance. It's that. I don't know if you guys have noticed it. It's a straight to the body that he's throwing. He's landing a straight to the body as an interrupting shot, and he is destroying Wavy's stamina in like a mid combination. So Wavy can't continue to throw. He's got to back up, or he's got to essentially block. And it's a really good strategy to kind of interrupt Wavy because he's great at front combinations.
Yeah, he's also using it to close the distance, like he's using it moving forward like that.
Oh
and
my
it's taking him out of the
God.
range of some of the hooks that are coming in his return. It's an intelligent game
He's
plan.
beating him like he stole something right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, finish him,
like-
please. I feel bad. We didn't go his way last week as well. Wavy needs a miracle right now, J-Dime, to come back in this one.
He needed a miracle his last fight too. And he didn't get it. We get a miracle this time.
It's violation.
Oh my goodness. Now Moolah looks really good right now.
He does, and it's tough because I know Wavy can do a lot better than this, but it seems like everything he does, it's that straight, Cyrus.
It is.
He just sneaks in straight to the body.
Hey, he's in the same position Blake's in to me that once he moved camps, it looks like,
Oh my-
I don't think he's gotten worse, but he really hasn't won since he switched camps. The way how Blake hasn't won for real since he switched camps. He's in that situation.
Yeah, he is, but I have to say, this is all Moolah, bro. I said at the beginning that body work he's going after heavily, it opens him up for uppercuts and knees down the center, but they just haven't landed. And because they haven't landed, he's just having so much success, he's able to just start to run away with it. The stamina advantage, fucking crazy, man. It's crazy going into the second round, and that's all body work, Humble.
Yeah, and it's interesting. J-Dime mentioned Blake because that's who Moolah beat last in his last fight. So it's a similar sort of run. Blake was on a run, and then he beat him camp versus camp, if you remember correctly, and it was
Oh my.
good fight.
Hey, he's getting beat up right now. And I actually feel bad.
Yeah, it's going to get worse.
I don't know. He got to throw a knee or a hook. He got to do something. Oh my gosh.
Bro.
Oh my gosh. He should have jumped a long time ago. Oh my goodness. It may be over. Oh, it's not over.
Somehow, some way, Moolah's come into this fight and just said, look, he can't hurt me. I don't understand why he thought that Alex Pereira doesn't have the power to hurt him, but I mean, he's right and I'm wrong right now because he's just not getting hurt and he is turning it up. There is so much damage, one-way momentum from Whittaker. He's beat him to a bloody pulp.
There's nothing he can do with him, it looks like. That's what it looks like. He can't do nothing with him. They should not be in the same octagon. And he's... Oh my gosh.
He's just a violent.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. Wavy, go to the car, get some of your friends. Y'all gonna have to fight again. Y'all gonna have to fight again. But y'all gotta jump him because what he did to you was illegal. What he did to him.
Mate, TT Moolah getting it done, potentially performance of the night so far, as that was a one-sided beatdown, and Moolah was swinging the hammer.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I've never seen Moolah look so good, bro. Like Moolah looked absolutely sensational in that performance. Like truly, how does it get any better for him there? I mean, if he's able to do that again and just continue that momentum, because he's been looking that good for the last couple, has good old Moolah, and yeah, I mean, performances like that is what separates you from the pack. I mean, he's a name to look out for in that Grand Prix for freaking sure, my man. It, however, absolutely propels us on with rapid pace to the next one. It is former champions going up against each other in the one and only Naz going up against the ever mighty DB Concept. Concept, is this, correct me if I'm wrong, Humble, is Concept coming off his loss on his title? Is that the...
I'd have to double check, but I believe so. I know it was recently. It was either a week or 2 weeks ago that he lost his title. But yeah, it might be his most recent fight. We'll get a check from the back, but yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
Well, two titans collide as they have title aspirations in the near future. These guys have tasted that gold in the past, but of course they want to regain it, they want to hold it, and kind of stake themselves as the best to do it on the Xbox division. Kamaru Usman up against Leon Edwards. The first time we'll see it this evening, not the last time, as we have it in our main event as well, but I feel like this is a good pick for both guys. You know, retrospectively here, Jay, it really kind of plays well to their skill sets. Naz does like to mix in the grappling, has some really good hands as well, but Concept is a through and through striker and has been a standout performer in that realm across his run towards that title.
Yeah, but if I know anything about Naz, he's good at making adjustments. He's good at reading his opponents, and Naz is one of the best. So DB Concept got a tough test ahead if he wants to advance, Humble.
Yeah, he does, and obviously he's seen a little slight record, doesn't mean anything, but we'll see how Naz kind of approaches this one. He's got really good head movement, nice to come off the centre line, attacks the body really well, and good wrestling as well. If he gets you on the ground, he can keep you down there. Concept, fantastic combination. He's been a champion and he's a veteran, so I'll expect to see teeps and obviously big movements to keep Naz off him in this one side.
Yeah, he's got to, man. Got to get to that centre, right, Humble? He's got to get to that centre. He's got a circle, brother. Completely agree with you, though. And that's... Right now, he's kind of doing it in a more central approach, though. He's kind of saying to Naz, look, I'm going to meet you, like, toe-to-toe and throw those hands. And he's got him to back up laterally, which is really good. He's fighting for the centre of the cage with combinations out here, Humble.
I feel like I'm watching the third fight all over again, Jay Dan. It literally feels like a simulation of the third fight. Let's see if he can block the takedown.
Oh, let's see if he got takedown defense like nope. This is not real life.
This is the second fight.
Yeah, this isn't the third. The third fight, Leon would not let that slide.
Well, we'll see if Concept is able to work his way back to his feet or reverse position, but of course this is a great start for Naz, finding a dominant position early. There's a lot of time to work out here, Humble. 2 minutes 40 on the clock, and we know Naz to also have submissions on his resume, as he won Submission of the Year on the Xbox division for 2022. Funnily enough, I believe in the Grand Prix. But yeah, this guy, you know, obviously dangerous no matter where the fight goes.
Yeah, he's a beast. He was one against his... I believe it was against Pabst for when he beat him and he came back. So amazing work. But look at this, already going for it. Or is he just getting a pattern, kind of a risk-free submission, J-Dime, so you can move it, you can advance position?
Yeah, he's learning his opponent's pattern right here. He doesn't really want the submission. So then, when it's later in the fight, he knows where he wants to go, side.
Yeah, exactly right. As these guys continue to work some great ground and pound exchanges, trying to advance position. Shout out to Ace Lux in the chat, coming in with the raid out here, Humble. Appreciate the support as always, my man. Good time to join these two guys, top level competitors, and they're going to be fighting for the fifth, as we mentioned, to make sure that they find themselves in the Grand Prix. A great test for both guys.
Nice work. Yeah, we're going to see if Concept can get some damage off. So far it's been Naz in this round. They kind of, Jay, I don't know if you're getting the same vibes as me. They are trying to win any little position they can. It's almost like they know this is going to be ultra close.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and they're fighting for every little inch. Oh my gosh, but he just took a mile. He just took a mile.
Jesus. Well, we know we might have won this round if he doesn't get anything back.
My god. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we know who won this round. I was about to say that Leon's been doing a great job defensively grappling and denying and reversing position, but none of that matter now.
Concept needs this round, Cyrus. The next one, as far as, I mean, there was nothing else in that round, so I'm guessing, you know.
Yeah. No, Daz took that one, right? The grappling, and then of course the stun in a very close to kind of statistically for total shots landed. Concept needs it, like you say, but every single round starts standing, and this is where he wants to keep the fight. He's gonna have to get those hands going. If I know anything about Concept, he just needs to let his hands fly. When he's fighting confidently, when he believes in his striking, he is an absolute menace in this cage. But it's all about whether or not Naz can continue to stifle that, as we see the former champion try to press the action.
Clever.
I was about to say, which one?
Yeah, the former champ on the green shorts, Jay, the formidable Usman. You know, he's coming forward, and when he's what Naz is doing as well, he's using the clinch just to back the opponent. He's not trying to do anything with it. He's just moving his opponent back towards the cage, so then he doesn't have to close distance.
Oh, nice takedown defense from Concept. Now Concept need to make something work after he caught the leg. He got to do something now.
He gets his chin taken off.
Naz's pullback counters are some of the most dangerous in the game, man. He normally or traditionally rips to the body, but he's obviously seeing an opening here for some big head health damage on Leon Edwards. Has to be careful of the kicking though, Jay. Gets caught with a flurry from Concept.
Oh man,
Concept is making his adjustments too. Concept is not out of this. This is still really close, Humble.
If anything, for me, he's starting to take over this round, so Concept is doing really well. He needs to win this one and not get caught. Remember, Naz got at the end of that round with a big counter combination. He'll bait you in sometimes. You've got to be careful of the baits as well.
Working him up against that cage. Excellent work. Intelligent movement from Naz. Now trying to slow the fight down a little bit because Concept was starting to rally with some great striking, but one way to stop that, one way to stifle it, J-Dime, is getting him back to the mat, which he was beautifully able to work in via the pressing up against the cage.
Yeah. And this was smart by Naz because Concept was starting to get some momentum, and this is how you stop all of that.
Gets big damage from here. Gets it denied, though. Naz's stamina kind of took a hit there, but it's not going to deplete too much, Cyrus. So just, if he takes his time and lets it build back up, you know, he's slowly working Concept down, grinding him out with shots.
Yeah, exactly right. He's going to attack that block, meaning that it's easier to work it on the feet. That's been stopped twice. I don't know why Naz is trying to separate in those situations, but I mean,
I think he's faking that. I'm not gonna lie.
You think faking it? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. He's doing that on purpose.
Well, another good round by the looks of things for Naz. Still 40 seconds left on this clock. But for the most part, Naz is really starting to run away with it. I feel like Leon was working well, went on the feet, and that's what obviously ultimately led to this. But he gets the reversal, 20 seconds.
I generally feel like I'm watching the fight. Like, it's weird. Almost like this, just simulating the actual, like this feels like Leon Edwards versus Usman type of fight.
Oh, how does this end? Okay, how does this one end then?
I need to see the stats to see what that round, because I was.
Concept, maybe? I don't know. There's a lot of top control, though. There's a lot of top control.
Yeah, top control versus significant strikes and strikes.
That's a coin toss that round.
Could be. I mean, if I'm in Concept's corner right now, I'm telling him he needs a knockout. That would be my corner advice, at least, because you just don't know which way that second round went. And I feel like Concept is a guy that goes after finishes, as you can see right here. The hands are going crazy with Naz trying to meet fire with fire out here, Jay.
Yeah. Concept got to watch his head health too, but someone's going to get finished in the next 3 minutes.
You said that, but it's such a close fight. It
is.
Well,
it is, but they don't have a choice, okay, Humble? Someone got to get finished.
I believe, Jay. I believe, brother. Like, these guys, like I said, they have the killer instinct in them. When there's an opportunity to get the finish, they will grab it with both hands. Concept is trying to be sneaky with the jab. Naz is loading up on some combinations, all in the aims of setting up a takedown. Gosh. But it's defended, Jay. Crazy takedown defense from Concept.
That was a good setup, but that was an even better takedown defense, bro. That's crazy.
That was
Jay,
that was such a good setup. I don't know about you, but I was thinking to myself, if that was me.
Yeah, that's what I feel. How he deny that? You gotta stay disciplined for that one.
He already got me there.
Yeah, he would have for sure got me.
Nice work. He gets it. We were talking and laughing so much that we almost missed a crucial moment in this round. He gets the hip toss in with throw. Got the side control. Goes. I'm guessing Pretty's doing fakes there.
Yeah, that's fake. Yeah, that's a fake. Yeah.
Faking it. I mean, this is a great performance for Naz right now. I do feel like he's making all the adjustments necessary. Not won the fight yet, of course. Concept is staying in it. Obviously, defensively sound, but those denials, or those fakes, are really catching Edwards out and allowing Naz to maintain position relatively easily across this last couple of minutes.
Yeah, it's keeping him honest, because if he bite for them fakes, it's over. And then Concept can't win this match if he's stuck on his back, Humble.
Exactly. So you've got to limit his movement, limit his opportunity, and that's exactly what Naz is doing. He's in a comfortable spot to try and finish him here as well. If he keeps chipping away that head health, and he's frustrated him to the point. He's going to get more desperate, isn't he? So essentially, you kind of know which way he's going to go.
There's good patience from the concept to get the stamina low and work his way back to his knees, but now it's going to be a little bit hard to actually advance position. He gets the side control.
Can he do something? He has to do something now.
Separates. Naz gets straight back to his feet.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, he's going for it.
Gotta be careful here. 20 seconds. Concept trying to steal it.
He's going for it.
There's a flying knee coming.
Something. Don't spin a wheel kick.
Oh, he's going for the uppercut again. Naz looks like he survived.
Okay.
I think Naz. Great fight. Yeah, very. Those two guys are very, very skilled. Very, very skilled.
Yeah, evenly matched, doesn't quite cut it. We'll see how which way this goes. I believe Naz got his hand raised, but we get the judges.
Are we in the UK?
Are we in the UK? That is a good question. Because then they will score fair.
2:30.27s, 1:29.28. Kamaru motherfucking Bossman gets it done here this evening. Great performance by Naz. I feel like that was a grindy fight. Obviously, yeah, it was really tough.
Right at the start, the first minute we recognised that this is going to be a fight based on inches, as you said, Cyrus.
Yeah, it's honestly, these two guys, both former champions, right? So we knew that the levels were going to be high out here. It's a very, very short, select few that are able to earn that primetime gold, and these two guys have been able to do it in the past. Of course, Naz now earns himself an opportunity to get up in those rankings, put himself one step closer to getting that gold, and he will definitely be finding himself in that Grand Prix. Honestly, my man, these fights have been absolutely freaking sensational. It's only gonna continue to heat up as we see, well, performer of 2022, Vuk. He had most improved in 2022, won the belt early in 2023, has lost that championship, but has all the aspirations to get himself back into that title opportunity frame, get his hand raised once again, but he has to go past one of the absolute killers in the community. Rank number 9, currently I believe on a 3 or 4 fight winning streak, Raw Matrix. One of the lovely guy in the community, but my god, has he been doing it in the cage recently, Humble. He had some rocky times early, but he's brought it all together across these final couple of weeks ending out the season.
Oh, it has indeed. And you think about, a good comparison is that he lost to Kai and then in a fight, and then took a fight in short notice against Kai in the last 2 fights ago, or a fight ago, and essentially beat Kai after Kai beat him in a very, very close fight. And it's those risks that he takes that have put him above other people. He wasn't highly ranked 5-6 weeks ago, and he just went on a storm, Cyrus, and started beating people.
Yeah, exactly, man. He did. And when he's, like I said, when he's in the right mindset, when he's bringing all of his skills to like full fruition, he's quite clearly one of the most dangerous guys out there. But Vuk, man, this guy, unorthodox, mixes it up incredibly well, has submissions on his resume, knockouts on his resume, can go the full 15 to 25 minutes if needed. I believe that these guys both bring a lot of tools to the table, and the Yan up against Cejudo pick, I feel, also perfectly encapsulates the styles that these guys bring to the table. Jay, we maybe see a little bit of wrestling out of Vuk, but Raw Matrix going to try and work those hands, try to kick his legs out if he can.
Yeah, and both of them have an Osotogari too. That's what people forget.
True, very true, bro. Apparently, people betting their houses on this one. There's a lot of support. 20k versus 17k. The betting favorite is Vuk Gaming, rank number 4 as he gets the head kick.
Raw Matrix sits him down.
Oh my god! I see him do this all the time. We see him shock people. I've told you about him before. This guy, on his day, beats some of the best players in the world, and it's not even close sometimes, so people have got to be careful. He can shut the lights out in seconds here, time.
Yeah, Raw Matrix has had his bumps in the road, but when he's on, he can compete with anybody in the world, Cyrus.
Yeah, truly, bro, and you can see it right here. Fighting a former champion with ultimate confidence. Has to be careful of those shots coming back in return, though. Vuk is a sneaky tactician and will quite literally shut the lights out on a moment's notice. But look at what... Ooh, my god.
Oh, nice work. I was going to just point out, Cyrus, the way Matrix is fighting. Just get in front of him. He's throwing hard. He's throwing fast. He's throwing first.
Yeah.
Importantly.
Oh my
It's
God.
just too much to deal with. Vuk Gaiman goes down, and Henry Cejudo's in trouble. The amount of damage, J-Dime, that Raw Matrix has done in this round, I'll be surprised if Vuk survives this one.
Yeah, he didn't set a pace, and that's damage from Pewter Yan too. And Henry's not even wrestling, and Henry's just getting punched. That's what he's doing right now.
He's trying to make it a little dirty with the clinch, the knees working up against the cage, and this is what Vuk needs to do. It's why he was, once one of the more hated guys on the PlayStation division, is because he's more than happy to mix it all together, and he does shit like this to you there, Humble. Picks you up, walks you to the center of that cage, and then slams you square on your head. He's not a nice guy to be stepping in that cage with.
No, we've seen.
Oh,
Matrix.
but he got the crucifix.
Yeah, we've seen this. We've seen Matrix fall off before on the ground. This is where most of the people who have success against Matrix, they frustrate him, they take him down, they keep him on the ground, he gets some blocks off, but he is experienced there, but sometimes the frustration, I feel like, gets to him.
Yes, maybe centering himself, keeping himself aligned going into this fight, does not want to get a little bit carried away and emotional leading into these last 30 seconds. Excellent composure to get the reversal there, Jay Diamond. Instantly separating, trying to get some big damage off towards the end of this round.
I don't think he should have did that. It was 20 seconds left in side control's dominant position, and Henry Cejudo has no sub threat. So that I wouldn't have stood it up.
I'm with you 100%, my man. Goes for the bow and almost gets front kicked. Mr. Humbledick, protect yourself at all times. A little bit too much respect may lead to an early nap.
No, literally too much respect. There's three of them.
Yeah.
If I'm him, I'm starting to think of trying to get him to respect and then front kick. You gotta think of these as little tactics. Jay Dive, he's gonna battle me. I'm gonna try and get him to do it. Cheeky knockout right there.
Anything goes. So yeah.
It's a weapon. Nice work, takes him down. Oh, he gets flipped. Beautiful work from Raw Matrix. He's gonna get
Nope.
Instantly back to that jab straight, lead hook straight, putting the combinations together is Raw Matrix as he's pressing the action. He's making this cage feel very claustrophobic for Vuk Gaming, who for the most part has had to backpedal until he can clinch and get some of the grappling kind of mixed into the equation.
You gotta do something to just slow Pewter Yan down, because Pewter Yan had one of the best starts today.
He starts circling out right there as well, does a good job. We got lucky there, Matrix. But Matrix just needs to do what he's doing. If he gets taken down for a long period of time, his opponent might get back into the fight. So this is what he's got to do. Keep the pressure on. Keep denying them takedowns. Vital, Cyrus.
Yeah, hold them at all times. I almost ain't even blocking my head at this stage, I'll be honest with you. Use that head movement. Block low. Stop the takedown by all means necessary. Because when he's going forward, he's landing.
Oh, he's trying to kill him. Oh my God.
That's so close to being it.
He has it.
Who knows? Muhammad.
How many punches did he throw in a row?
His head movement there was just like crazy.
Oh my.
Oh.
Will he got swept?
Ooh.
Oh no. Could you imagine?
Oh, is he gonna sell the bag?
Are you serious? Oh, he survives. This is a great fight. Let's go, boys. What a fight we have on our hands right now. Vuk Gaming is not going down without a fight. Raw Matrix nearly got caught right there, Jay Dime, for a fight he's been winning.
Ooh. Hey, the head health is getting a little close. Oh my goodness.
Gets me against the fence.
Oh.
Good high kick.
Honestly, Mike, I can't believe there's a minute left. These guys, his head health is blinking eternally. Gets the rock of his own though, trying to get the finish.
Listen, guys.
Oh my God.
Listen, guys, we're just watching. We're not commenting. We're just going to watch for a minute because this is mental. We're enjoying this
fight of the night right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Crazy
goodness.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, I'm just a spectator. I'm just watching.
Oh my God, folded him.
Unleash the beast.
What a fight.
Oh my days, that's crazy. What a fight.
That was a crazy fight. Shout out to Raw Matrix.
Jesus, bro, Matrix. Welcome to the Primetime Grand Prix.
I love seeing these guys fight. Buck Gaming, a savage. Matrix, a savage. They met in that cage. They left it all out there. You see, like, when we just stopped commentating for a second, and we just started appreciating the denials, the combinations, the whole onslaught of madness that these guys were putting on. That was something else. Definitely my fight of the night vote going for them so far. Goodness.
Matrix in the chat as well saying, stop sleeping on me. Well, Matrix, if you stop knocking people out, maybe they'll stop sleeping on you. That's all I'm saying.
He keeps pulling them to sleep for sure. With those hands, my man, with those hands. Oh God, this main card is living up to all the hype and some. The end of the season and the beginning of the season only sets the sets the tone for every single card that we set up here. These guys leveling up each and every event we've been running now since 2020, I believe, or something like that. And ultimately, since that time, you have seen these guys advance their game. New guys come in, old guys go out, and ultimately it builds to the absolute precipice that we have here today of non-stop UFC 4 action put on the line week in, week out. Two guys next that are going to show that and some. Mr. Humbledink, it is two former champions, two guys that are well known and beloved within the community. The one and only KM Caliber going up against what many will herald as the pound-for-pound GOAT under Primetime MMA's Xbox division. The one and only Trixie Swifts. Trixie.
Oh, man, I cannot wait for this one. I cannot wait for this one, J-Time. This is literally a week ago, Caliber was champion. A couple of weeks, 4 or 5 weeks prior to that, Trixie was champion. And they've gone back and forth and been multiple champions this season. Trixie's obviously the primetime Xbox GOAT for what he's done and his accomplishments throughout. He's the first person in the Hall of Fame. So this fight itself is an absolute pleasure and a treat.
There's not much I can say. It don't matter how many times we've seen them fight. They're both legends, and Trixie always was that guy on Xbox. And then as of late, Caliber has become the best version of himself. So I don't know what to say. I just want to see this.
Well, without further ado, we are here. Anthony Pettis seems to be the pick from the one and only KM Caliber, and Trixie going with his Jorge Masvidal. It's a bit of a different pick for him. We normally see him in this weight class going Dustin, Connor, that sort of thing, Humble. So, I mean, maybe he's been working on his Jorge and decided that he wants to really showcase his boxing here this evening, which would be an interesting development.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm liking that because as you see, he's grappled a bit recently as well. And I don't know how the mix up, because obviously he's a great striker, J-Dan, but he's been getting caught with the strike and then having to grapple a bit to kind of do that. This fight seems like it's going to be majority kickboxing or boxing based on the picks alone. I don't know if you agree with that, but this is going to be an interesting fight.
Yeah, I agree with you to a certain extent, because once somebody start getting stunned, someone's going to start wrestling. It's just part of their DNA.
I was going to say no respect from Caliber in this one would have been...
Yeah, this is...
look, he's fighting on an alt right now as well, because they fought each other hundreds of times. Although they're in different camps, these guys are very, very friendly with each other outside of the cage. But it's all business inside that octagon here, J-Dime. They have fought each other before, and they leave it all out there, risking it for some greatness. And as you can see, they're letting those hands fly quickly here this evening, bro.
Yeah, and there's two fighters who want to get back in title contention, two former champs. So this fight is very important to this ranking system in the Xbox division, Humble.
Yeah, it's going to determine, well, to be honest, the top 16 guys are going to be in the Grand Prix. Yeah. Doesn't matter who it is. Every one of them's going to be tough. You know, the people who've been fighting tonight, you know, all those guys who've been getting this and getting the spots, all the guys undefeated. I mean, that's going to be vital because you're going to get a position against one of those guys. But, you know, Trixie and Caliber right now trying to get a great seed, I guess.
Yeah, and look, it's interesting to note that these guys, I think this might be maybe the first time that they fought each other not on a 5-round fight. So that is something that's, you know, obviously quite massive going into this one. There's only 3 rounds, Jay. There's only 3 rounds.
Yeah, so we're going to get the most action we can get in a 3-round fight. Oh, he lost his mind.
Oh, my days.
He done lost his mind, guys. That's what happened.
It's a tough spot for Caliber right now.
Oh,
this
my
is a very
God.
tough spot. God, he survived.
All from that spin kick. I mean, my goodness, brother, against Trixie as well. This guy.
Yeah,
Shade
like,
Luke Rockhold against Weidman, or Weidman against Rockhold there. Just like throwing that crazy spin kick and getting caught. But if he landed, you know he's a hero, so you know these success is far between failure as well, isn't it, Cyrus? So
I thought he was going to go with the wheel kick after it as well.
yeah. If that got ducked, the match was over though. If he did the real kick down.
Hammer solo when he's getting down, like that's the difference at the moment.
He's taking too many risks. Like he's doing too much that he doesn't have to do. Like that spinning wheel kick.
It's hard not to when you're pedestal. You've got so many tools, and as a great superhero said once, Cyrus, with great tools comes with great responsibility. And at the moment, he's not being very responsible with those tools.
I don't know if that's the exact quote, but we're going to run with it.
Yeah, I think you messed up that quote just a little bit.
It works. Good.
The body work from Trixie right now is absolutely sensational. Straight to the body, the uppercuts. He is making this an absolute nightmare for Caliber. Chipping away at him, second by second.
Needs to head just against the fence. Round over. Here we go. Let's have a little look.
We have Let's Go Trixie, Let's Go Calibers ringing out in our chats, both on YouTube and on Twitch. These guys, fan-friendly favorites to say the least. Highlights unlike many in the game, and you can see why. They have absolutely beautiful styles, and as they're displaying here, they're willing to risk it all in the name of greatness.
Caliber's injured himself, by the way. He's put in the chat injured Caliber before the fight, so something's gone on.
Yeah, I heard from the truck that his right stick is kind of a little bit messed, but...
thought you hit his finger or something.
Oh! He thought he hurt his finger. Now his finger's good. Put a band-aid on it.
Put a sticky plaster on it.
Caliber's the type of guy, it doesn't matter. He could have a broken arm, he'll take that thing off and beat his opponent with it. He will fight through all sorts of adversity, and he may need to, because Trixie is starting to light him up with those hands.
He may need to pull it out the fire. He may need Coach Dave LaBelle to talk to him how he was talking to Leon at this point.
Man, I don't think that's going to help at this moment. Trixie doesn't care. Trixie's like a shark when someone's injured. Or something's injured, the shark smells it, it feels of that, and that's what Trixie's doing right now. There's no sort of compassion here, Cyrus. It's about killing him and getting him out there as spectacular as you can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like, honestly, like you said, sorry. Trixie, genuinely, that killer instinct, it is Darth-like almost, bro. Like, he just has the ability to smell that blood in the water and force the action. Caliber is one of the more defensively sound guys on the game period, generally speaking, but I just think it speaks volumes to what Trixie has been able to work into his craft here this evening. The Jorge Masvidal pick J-Dime, the body work, it was all quite clearly, excellently calculated, and he's having so much success because of it.
Yeah, Caliber's stamina is gone, his body health is gone, his left leg is gone, his head health is the only thing he got left right now.
It's crazy, because I feel like he's not out of the fight yet.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He walking him down. Ooh.
Tries to land the knee as well. Nope. He's still in it. He's too good to be out of it. That's the problem, but this could be second loss.
Oh, it's over. It's over.
Man.
Trixie gets the win. Amazing performance from Trixie Cyrus.
He does it again, bro. He does it again. Swift Trixie, B-Fab Trixie, the man, the myth, the legend, gets his hand raised in emphatic fashion. I'm telling you, when Primetime start doing our merch, and we're going to do some for some of the top level guys, this guy gets his own thing. The pound for pound goat, Smudger, seems to be on track for the same thing. They've been doing too many great things in the community. There's so many awards. When we have our Hall of Fame, names like these right here are the first sorts of inductees, because I mean, just the volume of work, the high level work that they have done year on year now speaks volumes to what these guys bring to the table. You know, truly championship level shit every single time they step in that cage.
Yeah, people like Trixie make me excited for the next game to be released and things like that, when more popularity comes for these players and stuff, because when that happens, you know, these players and the stuff we can do as well expands, and it's gonna if they're still around, Cyrus, and they've got this legacy from the start of building this community to essentially stardom, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly right, brother. It's all the journey, right? And these guys are going to have some of the better storylines. You think about Dustin Poirier, right? Just to liken for a second. Let's liken that for what Trixie has done, because Trixie likes to use Dustin Poirier a lot. He's a guy that was fighting on the amateur scenes. You can go and listen to like a Netflix documentary before he was even like known. You can follow some of that kind of like some of that rise, and having that deep-rooted fight kind of passion really speaks volumes and translates to the support that they rightfully get. There's a reason that you don't really see many people, hating on Trixie. You don't really see any people hating on Caliber. It's because of the fact that they bring it all to the cage. They really do leave it all out there and put on sensational performances. The highlights are second to none, Humble. Absolutely second to none.
Oh yes, 100%, and that's why they're going to be in the Grand Prix. Both of them guys are going to be in the Grand Prix. Number 1 versus number 2. They're not going to drop 16 places, Cyrus. So we're going to see them again. Places. Yeah, Caliber on a 2-fight losing streak, though. That could hurt his confidence going to the next fight, J-Dime. But Trixie does what he's supposed to do. He looked brilliant in this fight, and that looked like the Trixie of old.
Yeah, that looked like vintage Trixie right there. Yeah, I think he wants that belt back. I think he's been in the lab, because that was just vintage Trixie.
Yeah, man. Honestly, like I said, there's a reason, right, that every now and again he goes on a couple fight losing streak. It's because people make reads. There was at one time, Humble, an entire server dedicated to make, to the blueprint server that was always kind of like mentioned and heralded in the past, to try and pick apart people like Trixie's game, where people would like discuss, the different footage that they had on him, and that's what was needed just to be competitive with him. People have started to get over that. Over that hurdle, but as you guys said, he goes back to the lab, he makes the adjustments he needs, and he keeps coming out there looking more and more dangerous as we continue to go forward. And with that being said, talking about danger, talking about all round kind of savagery, this next fight promises to be just that. We are a little bit delayed, and I'll tell you why. It almost didn't happen. We almost had a short notice replacement stepping in, but Cole is here. He is ready to go. It is going to be up against the absolute phenom that has been CV. Since this man joined the server, you guys told me, watch out for him. He's going to do some work, and he has been doing just that. I'll throw it to you guys. This fight, 2 high-level competitors, 2 guys that bring all of the action. It's a beautiful matchup.
All right, I'll start, Humble. I'm going to tell you why this is a great matchup. Because both of them are really patient fighters. It's kind of similar in a way. Like, Cole is he's in B3, but he fights more patient than the rest of the B3 fighters. And CV likes to utilize the patience too. So I want to see who's going to be the attacker in this, and who's going to be the defensive fighter in this, Humble.
Yep, definitely. And it'll be interesting because we're going to see differences from what we've seen earlier. I was talking about feints, talking about setting up shots. This is what we're going to see in this fight, and it's going to be a brilliant sort of chess match, and I'm excited to see it. CV and Cole, both former champions as well, so both of these guys have essentially won the belt. They felt they've tasted gold. I know CV's very hungry at the moment, Jadam. I'll throw it back to you. CV's very hungry at the moment. He lost his belt recently to Smudger in what he felt was a very close fight, and a lot of other people felt as well. And now it comes to the case of he wants it back. He wants to fight him in that Grand Prix.
Yeah, CV wants that. He wants to avenge the only blemish on his record. But then you got Cole, who's one of the guys who beat Smudger, one of the guys who took Smudger's belt from him. So it's some interesting storylines going to the Grand Prix.
He did what CV couldn't, essentially. So now we'll see if CV, sometimes that gives you a character, but styles make fights, Cyrus. I don't know if you still able to. Styles make fights, and if we get these two up next, hopefully we get them up, because I know there's some
this fight is 100% happening. We do apologize on the slight delay. I think we've made fantastic time here this evening, considering we have a bigger card than normal. But they are just about getting readied up. And honestly, this is the sort of fight I'm happy to give it a couple of extra seconds. It's an important fight for what for where things are, and I'm a big fan of what these guys bring to the table. I think it would be an interesting time for us to just point out that in the last 4 fights, we have had 7 former champions being competing.
Wow.
That is an absolutely mind-blowing stat when you know that there's basically only maybe like 10-15 people who have ever become primetime champion in the history of the promotion. The fact of the matter is that we've had 7 of them compete in the last couple of fights. Only one guy was not has not been able to attain that gold out of the last 8 fights so far, or last 8 fighters. CV, being able to burst onto the scene so quickly and being able to attain that gold here, J-Dime, I think speaks volumes to what that guy brings to the table. And from what I hear, obviously I'm not a PlayStation player myself, but he's always seemingly in or amongst the top end of the OWC side of things as well. Is that right?
Man, you're talking about CV because I'm so locked in already.
Yes, sir, I am. It's CV. Like I said, I expect big things in this one because Cole is, a motivated man. He brings that B3 style where he just absolutely unloads with his hands. It can be very, very difficult. It can be very difficult to deal with. But he also has the ability to fight a little bit more composed, a little bit more tactical, which is what CV does so exceptionally well. So I'll be very, very interested to see how these guys actually decide to do that, or how that actually, mainly from Cole, how his kind of, how he's going to approach CV. Because CV, like I said, on that back foot, he is absolutely a nightmare to deal with. And the good news is that they are now there, they are ready and raring to go. So we're going to switch across. Without further ado, Conor McGregor up against Alexander Volkanovski. The action continues, my guys.
Here we go, fellas. Are we ready?
Betting lines are open still for the CV and Cole as well. Nice to see. 76% of the betting lines was just swift shifted, actually. 68% of the betting lines now go on CV and 32 on Cole. So there's some belief in both of these guys, probably from teammates and stuff like that. Dime.
Man. I'm scared. Let me look at the betting lines. I have to see how these bet. 69 to 31. Okay, here we go. 2 former champs. Woo! I'm mixing the leg kicks in.
Quite interesting with both of these counter strikers going forward.
I kind of expected it, right? I kind of expected from Cole, to be honest with you, in this fight, because CV is just so, cerebral with it. He really does like to. He's the more true counter striker in my opinion. Whereas Cole, being with the B3 boys, he can push it forward. He can.
We don't ever see Cole not be the patient one, even.
True.
He's gonna bring out the B3 today. Nice.
He's doing well with it as well because he understands the sort of going backwards. He understands going forwards as well because he understands the defense to it. So he's doing a really good job of attacking. TV's probably trying to download some information. Notoriously known for taking the first round off J-Dime, as we were aware.
Yeah, but problem is he's taking shots to his block. He gets out of there. And they're a little familiar with each other. I've seen them play before, but it's different when the primetime bright lights now.
Exactly right, brother. Nice little body kick there from Cole. He's trying to attack low. He's trying to lower those hands, set up a couple of flurries up top, but CV being calm and calculated, waiting for his opportunities, working teeps out here, Humble, and definitely using that left hand straight to set up everything here this evening.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of kind of mixing up. He does a good job navigating the original first shot that's coming through for a jab. You slip yourself a centre line. Nice work right there. Look at the body work. He gets him rocked. He gets caught.
He stayed going to the body for too long. Cole is trying to time the uppercut. He's trying. And Cole needed that momentum too. And now Cole is gaining confidence after getting his body hurt earlier.
Yeah, you look at the little gamesmanship there, Cyrus, throwing a feint and then coming through. You expect more teeps from him to come through, but the leg kicks are kind of, because if he kicks his legs and he's teeping as well, he's going to knock him off balance, so he's going to get some extra shots from the clinch. So it's a smart strategy.
Beyblade thrown in the mix as well. Those combinations from CV definitely hunting for big damage. You can see the effects it's having. We're only in the first round, and look at the health stats for these guys. It's kind of all mincemeat, depending on what they've been targeting.
It's a good fight.
It's not what I expected though, Jack.
Yeah, this is not what...
I'm enjoying it. I expected such more like a kind of different approach.
Yeah.
But remember, this is 3 rounds as well, lads. Sorry, Jay. This is 3 rounds, not 5.
Yeah, it is. But I like what Cole's doing. Cole's hitting him to the legs. He's trying to take away CV movement.
Good check right there, though, from CV with that titanium shin bone out here. He's got to be careful of those, quite literally, iron checks.
I wouldn't say that too loud. They probably would update it. Just to give Conor McGregor some, steel checks is getting put on Conor McGregor tomorrow. And, you know. Along with a capoeira kick and something else, yeah. Rolling thunder. Whee. Anyway, back to the fights. Teeps, I'm expecting Teeps, yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm expecting Teeps to the body, and then, you know, both of these guys are having success in areas themselves, but it's whether or not you can sustain that, and whether it's going to do that in this round.
Yeah. This is where I think the fight really starts. I thought round 1 was going to be a filling out round, but it was more action than I thought in round 1.
For sure. He's feinting that lead leg kick, his CV, to close the distance, and it's really, really nice, man. It's quick, he's getting his hands up nice. Volk is obviously going to try to recognize that and get some adjustments, but so far the defense for CV is starting to hold up. It's got better and better as the time is starting to tick by.
Nice work with the teep as well on the exit right there. Those little important shots as you break from a clinch, as you break from an exchange. He lands a single shot on the way out, perfect timing. It's what you need to do throughout the fight, and good work from him to close the distance there. I'm waiting for a bit more on this round from Cole. Jay?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Cole. Oh. I think Cole's going to try to time uppercut if CV go to the body again.
CV is really, really pressing the action. I mean, untraditionally very, very fast paced for him. I do think that that's partially the 3 rounds, but also due to the fact that he knows that he's a round down. You know, he 100% needs this round, so emptying the gas tank a little bit to secure this one. There's still 2.5 minutes or so left on the clock, though, Humble, and with the way that these guys are going, it's only a matter of time before one of these guys lands very, very, with a very, very big shot.
Yeah, I do think that CV's done the majority. Look at the body and the head health, and everything's kind of even. It's all hurting. The leg health, the right leg health, CV, and the head health's down. But at this moment in the fight, Cole needs to do more.
I was about to say that I thought the fight would go like this in the second round, because it's rare that CV wins the first round. But the second round is usually after he make a read in the first. That's when he starts doing more. And it's 3 rounds. He has to. He don't have a choice.
Well, that was so smart. He had his head health on 0. His stamina was low, so he separated, so it regenerated quicker. Jumped back on and pushed for the finish. He did it. CV did it.
It's over. It's over. Good fight. Sheesh.
Fantastic, man. I honestly, you know that gamesmanship at the end, the one he did to get that finish, the separation to regain the stamina quicker, then jumping back on him in full guard to get the finish after 2 flurries. It was so well thought out. I mean, it's clearly something that he does, Humble, and my God, was it effective.
Split-second decision as well. He knew he had his head health low, so he wanted to accumulate some more damage, and perfect time and get your stamina full and jump back in, engage with the striking J-Dime, the ground and pound.
Man, every time I watch CV minus the Smudger fight, he has shown levels against everyone else. But right now, Smudger is his Alex Pereira that he can't get past, and he's that guy for him right now. But that was a great performance by CV.
Yes,
it was.
I know he wanted an instant fight back. He gets a big W here this evening. One thing we know is that CV will be in that Grand Prix, and he will be having his opportunity at Primetime Gold for sure, one way or another, if he continues to put on performances like that. The fight IQ off the charts here this evening. Respect to Cole, of course, we will see him back better than ever. He just about made this fight happen, and ultimately didn't go his way here this evening, but as we saw, a dangerous, dangerous man in that cage. And you know what that sets us up for out here, Humble? It sets us up beautifully, absolutely beautifully, for what this entire card has been set around. It is the 2 title fights that we now have on the line. The one and only Xbox champion in FSK Bossman newly secured that 6-1, holding that gold, done it every step of the way with with Robbie Lawler ultimately kind of beating the brakes off every man that has stepped into that cage with him. He's now going to have to take on DB's Deazinho, a guy that has striking unrivaled as well in this division, that has done every single kind of success in this octagon with the hands that he has. He stole his Robbie Lawler pick. He's going into this one hungry, wants that gold, and he's playing every card he can, psychological warfare, to get the advantage going into this one.
Yeah, definitely, and that's the kind of story of it, Speaking of both of these guys about the fight, Bossman, he doesn't have a lot to say, J-Time ever. He just tells you he's going to knock them out. But Deazinho had a lot to say. Deazinho said that he's not on his level. Bossman doesn't even believe he's going to win this fight, he said to me. So I am very interested to see the confidence with Zinnio going to this one, and then not really too much noise from Bossman.
Fair. Well, that's craziness. Now, obviously, for anybody that has missed it, we have had some sensational promos put apart from the one and only Mr. Humbledink, the quiet guy there that's putting these things together. Fantastic work. But for anybody that missed them, the co-main event does have a promo pack to go with it, and all the hype to lead us in to this co-main event. 5 rounds, Xbox Championship on the line. We'll begin straight into the action after the short break.
Sometimes I feel I've got to run away. I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere, and I've lost my light. For I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. This tainted love you've given, I've given all the boy can give. You take my tears and that's not nearly
Oh, he just put him out. We have a new champion, guys.
That bloody era seems to be Bossman's era.
Call him the Irish Mystic Mac, the man from Limerick. Absolutely nails it. He called his shot and he delivered, Cyrus.
I guess the question is, who's next for Bossman?
Zinnio is a problem.
Zinnio is a problem. He's got a 100% finish rate. This makes him incredibly dangerous.
Somebody's in the title shot, man. You just beat the number 1 dude.
Bossman didn't pick his normal character of Robbie Lawler. In fact, Deazinho has picked Robbie Lawler in this case, meaning that if he beats Bossman, he's beat him with his own character essentially. That is adding insult to injury if he wins that belt. It's the Xbox champion, Bossman, versus number 1 contender, Deazinho.
And we are here, my guys. We are here. It is the co-main event of this evening. The Xbox Championship on the line. Deazinho up against Bossman. You can see they fought each other a lot. 124,
124.
Nah, that's scripted. That is. I'm telling you. Every time you've seen it. No, this is going to be fun, man. You've just watched the pro. There's not much to say going in because obviously there's so much work going in them promos to try to explain to you the story. There it is, right there. You have ruthless Robbie Lawler being picked by Deazinho in this one. That is Bossman's character. That is the man Bossman won the belt with. That's the Bossman got the title opportunity with, J-Time. If he loses to him, there's a bit of salt in that wound right there.
Yeah, he playing mind games. And here's the thing. This is a perfect...
Wow.
Okay. This is a...
You risked it, bro. You risked it.
This is a perfect tiebreaker. 124, 124. They break it on PT for the belt.
I feel like that was a mutual agreement from both of them, like going in at 124, 124.
You think it was pre-planned?
Yeah, there's no way. I've never seen anything like that ever. Too coincidental. But yeah, nice. They've had a lot of fights against each other either way, because you have to do 124 fights, probably 1 or 2 fights in it, but still. Oh, Oh,
Now these guys are neck and neck, Humble. You mad out there, bro? There ain't no conspiracy with this. These guys 124, 124. This is for who is the best in the business. Not only to get themselves ahead in the personal grudge matchup, but it comes extra sweet with that primetime goal, J-Dime. And as you can see, Bossman implementing some grappling to get himself ahead here this evening in that first round. This first round.
Yeah, and it's a weird change for Bossman because against Caliber initiated the grappling. Now Bossman is the grappler right now.
For sure. Exactly. I can see Humble in the chat saying
record gate.
Record gate. This guy, bro. This guy.
You know what I mean? Who else agrees with me? Put the poll up. But it's. I can tell these have played each other a lot. I can tell it's very even, just because, like earlier on, the Naz fight. That was very. We knew straight away, J-Dime, that it's inches. They're going to be taking inches in each section of these fights. They have to.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and him mixing in and grappling is early is smart. Oh,
he's got. Oh, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Robert Whitaker has everything. If you're a grappler, use Robert Whitaker. You a striker, use him. He has everything.
You're right. He's just well-rounded. It's probably the most well-rounded person on the game, in my opinion. But it's,
100%, man. He's got every tool known to man, and right now he's utilizing that very well. I mean, he knows as a Robbie Lawler pick the weaknesses of Robbie Lawler, and he's trying to attack the gas tank, I feel like, by mixing in the grappling early. J-Dime, it's a 5-round fight, first of this evening, so there's a lot of time to work it. And that's what Bossman's been doing so well. He's a tactician. He's known when to press it on the feet. He's known when to take it down, and he has got W after W doing what feels right. And more often than not, he's right.
Yeah, and then there's also no filling out process because he knows what to do. You know how many matches they have together? He just knows what to do, so that helps also.
It's crazy, man. These teams have had so many fights for each other, but none more important than this one. And they could be one shot away from winning a belt at any opportunity in these rounds and these fights. So it must be nerve-wracking. The anxiety, Cyrus, to kind of think about that. You're one shot away at any opportunity to win that belt. It's just throwing it at the right time and trying to capitalize on not being too nervous.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Who can rise to the occasion? Who can secure themselves not only the vital victory, but what it's all about, that primetime gold. They have worked so hard to get to this point. Anybody that makes it to that championship, there's no easy fights in primetime. Nobody gets any passes, nobody gets set up. Every single person has to work their way through the trenches to secure themselves even just an opportunity. Right now it is Deazinho's chance to get that gold, but Bossman trying to do everything a champion should to stay ahead.
This is a great play.
Oh my God! Zinnio starts to land.
Oh, this when he starts to open up, he needed that too. Ooh. If he beats him with Robbie Lawler, he may kill him.
There will be riots. The scenes will be incredible.
Just the way this fight's going so far, the Bossman needs to. I think Bossman won the first, so he needs to be careful. He needs to get some back. Very angsty though, like there's a lot of movement.
Yeah, this ego. This is ego here. That's what it says. And a little anxious. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Bossman pulling it back. Getting off the fence is Deazinho, using his knowledge there. Good work from Deazinho to realise that he's gonna end up getting caught against that fence.
Oh my god.
The champ is on a killing spree. He is scattergunning techniques all over that cage. Doesn't look like Deazinho knows which way is up right now. The striking is coming from every angle.
Oh! I love watching people fight who fought each other a million times. We've seen that earlier with the Fadinator game too. When they know each other, the match just becomes so much better.
Yeah, it does.
It's crazy as well, right? Because they know each other. You'd think they were friends. Like the way Deazinho spoke about Bossman.
Oh my gosh.
Called him a bum. Like he said, this isn't going to be close. So I
thought you were going to use a different B word.
It's going to be a bit of a grudge match right now. You know what I mean? He called him a bum, so he said he's not on my level. I think he's a bum. I'm going to get him out before the third. And Bossman's proven right now that he is on the same level. And Bossman doing a great job of showing why he's champion, Cyrus.
Truly, bro. Yeah, like champ shit. Only Bossman has had a fast rise, to be quite honest with you. I feel like he broke onto it with big performances. He's looking to do the same here this evening. Ground and pound, adding up J-Dime, non-stop shots, taking Robbie Lawler's head and turning it into a human Pez dispenser.
Yeah, and then he don't got no cushion on his head. He bald too, so he feel every shot.
Bro, it's plus 10. It's plus 10 to your ability to absorb shots, this baldness, I tell you.
It's plus 10, Cyrus.
Plus 10,
Only you
plus
know
10.
right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, as your resident bald guy, you know?
There's too many bald people on the screen right now, that's all I'm saying. But nice work for it. He's doing a good job of chipping away right now. Bossman's doing exactly what he should do, Dan. He's trying to win by any means necessary.
Yeah, this is not a sparring match here. If he got to hold him aside control, he's going to do it. Win by any means possible, Cyrus.
100%, my man, 100%. Not to throw it back to this for too long, but humble. I'm just saying you should join the bold. There's not enough bald people on the screen, bro. You need to go bold as well. I saw that picture you did. I saw it, man. It suits this guy, I'm telling you. Like, take the hat off, go some bold.
Good, man. Good. One day we'll potentially have the baldness, but for now, I like my shit head of
Well, back to the fight in third round on, possibly 2 up for Bossman. He's had some good opening rounds. The champion ahead going into the third round. Once again, this is scheduled for 5. It is a championship bout, and as a result, Deazinho, the challenger, now has an opportunity to really up the ante and try and take it away from the champion.
Oh.
Yeah, he needs to, because there's people in the chat saying Bossman's 2-0. If you think about the end of that round as well.
I agree.
Yeah, oh yeah, like it's a very close fight, and I think that Zinnio's doing his damage. But so far, Bossman's had the fight in positions he was more comfortable in, or he was more dominant in. Whereas on the feet, it's neck and neck.
Yeah, I feel like it's volume v power, right? Like Whitaker's adding it all up. He hits hard as well, but he's just being a bit more tactical in the way that he's employing his shots. Really, you know, trying to fight a little bit longer. Oh my god! And he's landed again.
Oh my god!
Yeah, this could be it.
Oh no, it's not it.
Bossman trying to show that he's got some mystic abilities of his own. He called the third round, you said, Humble, and right now he's turning it up in this third round, maybe getting a finish in the near future if he can keep this pressure up.
That was Deazinho, by the way. Deazinho called the third round.
Never mind, my bad.
Yeah, like it's even bittersweet. You know, you pick my character, I pick your round. You know what I mean? That'll be interesting if Bossman does get him out of here, because that narrative's also there. But look at the body of bro.
Oh my god.
He's bruised up. He's looking like he fell down the stairs. J-Dime.
Yeah, his ribs may be broken. They may be cracked right now.
Herb Dean didn't like the bodywork that was going on, decided to separate themselves, get back to the feet. That lead hook clips him again.
Oh, he gets him, drops him.
Oh, that was a hard up kick.
Yeah, he picked him up as well.
Even harder uppercut sends him to the land.
Victory.
The land of wind whispers, brother. I mean, like, he took his fighter, he took his soul. That was not a normal type of knockout. I don't know if Robbie Lawler's going to be okay after that one, Humble.
You say it wasn't a normal type of knockout, but it was a normal type of knockout for Bossman, because it was another uppercut, You take my character, I'll take the round you predicted. Thank you very much. The man from Limerick, Cyrus, becomes the champ. Well, he contains and retains the belt. I'll let you crown the man.
Yes, sir, and still the one and only Bossman. What a meteoric rise he has had within this promotion. He continues to look better than ever. Champion shit only. CSO. He's living and dying by the creed, if you will. He brings every single tool to this octagon, and once again a standout performance from him. Commiserations to Deazinho. We know he'll be back better than ever, but tonight it is all about the champion Bossman continuing that momentum, getting another defense on his resume, and that does set us up absolutely perfectly for the fight that everybody has been waiting for.
Here we go.
Woo! From YouTube to Twitch, everybody is excited. The ante has been upped. The promos have been crazy. It is time for us to get in to the main event. For one last time here this evening, we get the breakdown of the craziness that is about to ensue. The journey, Humble, that has got us to this stage, my man. The promo is here. The fight is finally here. NM Smudger is the best PlayStation player to ever grace the virtual octagon.
He has a resume where you can't argue that right now.
Bro. As we said, he's got that thing that you just can't teach. He's got that dog in him. He continues to get his hand raised. He has truly been a champion in every respect of the word, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this man. If he is able to get past TK Josh on prime time 90, then my goodness, what a Grand Prix setup that is.
And he's going to be fighting TK Josh, the #1 contender who's been destroying people with his striking lately. And Josh is going to be looking to take him out and go into that Grand Prix as the new PlayStation champion.
You know, but Josh, it's a problem.
Yeah, you said it best. That boy is a problem.
A thorn in the side of Smudger, and we'll see if his striking is going to be sufficient. Because Smudger is fully prepared to take this to the ground. If TK Josh can keep on the feet, he might be able to shock the world against one of the greatest of all times. It is your PT90 main event, and it starts right now.
Misunderstood, but I live this. My money's good and I can't quit. So step on up and I promise you, only one of us gonna make it out alive, and it's only one of us gonna make it out alive, and it's only one of us gonna make it out alive. Come through.
And we are back with it. The main event of this evening, Mr. Humbledon, Kamaru Usman for the reigning champion, NM Smudger, going up against the one and only TK Josh, challenging for this belt, my brother, for his first time. Maybe the only time he'll need to be a champion or challenger if he can get past the pound-for-pound PlayStation GOAT in NM Smudger. This, my man, is fireworks from start to finish.
Exactly. And the slick striking, you know, from Josh, that's what he's going to be wanting to do in this one. He has got some brilliant striking, and he's done a lot of his good work in PT with Leon Edwards as well, J-Time. But we know Smudger, we know him well. He can mix it up, he can grapple, he can strike. He's looking to use the full aspect of mixed martial arts in this one and make it uncomfortable for Josh to get his striking off.
Yeah, and you know Smudger means business when he's defending the belt using Usman. To me, that's his best character.
Yeah.
If it ever gets tough, like remember when he lost the belt the first time?
It's true.
He picked Usman. Usman, that's his guy right there. That's the guy he uses and studies his movesets. That's his everything, Cyrus.
It is, man. Like when he means business, when he wants to, like, you know, really take everything away from his opponent, Kamaru Usman seems to be the pick. But I'm telling you that on the opposite side of things, he doesn't have like a guy that's not taking this fight seriously. He doesn't have a guy that doesn't believe in his ability. TK Josh absolutely believes in his ability to get the finish here this evening here, Humble. And once again, I expect him to pour on the pressure just like he is, take that center of the cage and get that sensational striking that we've seen and loved so much to get going on Smudger. Because if he can force the shot out, this fight becomes a lot easier for him.
Yeah, he's using a lot of false pressure at the moment. He's pressuring his opponent real hard and then backing off real quick so he can create a bit of space and distance. So his opponent in Smudger kind of misses. And Smudger falling for it a few times, but now he's starting to set his shot up. He's got the position and he's going to get a super shit time. This is massive.
Yeah, and he got it early with a lot of time left too. This is what Smudger needed. And before this, I was about to say, Smudger has a really good clinch.
He does. He mixes it all together perfectly, right? You know, we were saying about what Vuk does, where Vuk kind of like mixes it all together, what makes him so difficult. Smudger does everything excellently, but the fact that he can do it all together, his mixed martial arts application of those individual techniques is what truly excels him onto greatness. Right now, he's got a great top mount, even raining down some ground and pound. Somehow, Leon Edwards was able to defend a little bit, but he can't get out of the position, Jay, which, it's looking bad.
He faked to get up. Oh yeah. Smudger's not playing around right now.
No.
He's up.
Interesting. He told me in his fighter interview that he said that Josh is this typical slick striker, but how's he going to be a slick striker when I'm on top of him, landing ground and pounding him out? And that's exactly where he ends up in that first round. But now he's on the back pedal, and Josh has got himself to a position where he can do some damage. He needs to capitalise on it. He gets taken.
Does he? Is he at, like, look at this. Josh is a clean striker, and Josh has a stamina advantage, but none of that matters. A Smudger's on top of him.
And do you know what makes the fact that Smudger, like, much like myself, but he does it to a whole new level. He plays with his HUD off, Smudger does, so people think that, like, those top control denials are all, like, HUD watching. This man's just that good, bro. He's just that good.
He is. He definitely is, and it's something both guys predicted as well, Josh said that he was expecting him to shoot for his legs very quickly, and he's going to get him out of there by 3, but I don't know, it's just so far for me, Smudger's done well. But this is what...
every time you say he's going to do something good, it doesn't happen.
Sorry.
Every time.
Every time, Josh, you're not going to win this fight, and then he wins the fight. I'll help you out, brother.
But I'm telling you, there's a lot of support right now for Josh. I've seen that, obviously he's part of TK, but even Team Truth were in the chat trying to, like, give their support or lend their support to Josh out here. There's a lot of support for this guy, and I believe it's due to the style that he brings to the cage. He's, like, just fantastic at really setting up those hands, J-Dime. He really does work the striking, really, really well. Kind of like Leon Edwards, to be honest with you. He's starting to work those kicks early, starting to set up those heads, trying to get the bigger shot to land later on. And that tactical approach means his stamina doesn't die, and he's always in this fight looking for those big opportunities to close the show.
Yeah, but the problem is, you don't win a match from just defending. Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Oh, my days.
Yeah, but Josh got to get something going. He can't let Smudger initiate this, run him over. He got to initiate offense of his own, like that. Oh, I thought he was going to do something with that.
Does it push him back?
Yeah, I thought he was going to do something with that.
Got to get his back off the cage. Smudger will use that clinch. And this is now he's going to decide to drag him back, and Josh doesn't defend.
Nice takedown once again. Smudger is an absolute menace when he's chaining it together, but this is a, stamina intensive approach. He's got to get that damage to mount up, otherwise his cardio could start to play a little bit of a factor here coming in towards these championship rounds, Humble.
He needs to deny that. This is where Smudger wins the fight. This is where Smudger just chips away. If he gets a denial right here, this could be it. This could be it right now.
My God. But Josh is in hell right now.
He truly is. The first time it hit top mount, he actually had NM Psycho Shark in the chat saying this is where the fight is about to change, and you can see why. I mean, Smudger's top mount is absolutely terrifying. Good job for Josh to get back to half guard, but it's out of the frying pan, kind of into the fire. He's still in there getting cooked up now on the mat. As Smudger moves from position to position, working that ground and pound, Jay. Beautiful, beautiful work from him.
Yeah. Josh doesn't have bad defense, but like I said, you cannot win a match from just defending off your back. Something offensive has to happen, Humble.
Yeah, he does, and he's defending too much at the moment. This feels like the second fight so far, and he needs to make it feel like the third one. He needs to keep her on the feet and is striking and do well. Smudger wants to demoralize him. He wants to take away as much help as possible, and essentially wants to finish him on the feet. Cyrus, that's what Smudger's looking to do in this fight. He's looking to take him out on the feet after he's pretty much compromised with the striking.
For sure. I completely agree with you. My only concern is the rate in which Smudger is burning that cardio. It's very, very high. After a good denial, Josh was able to get back to his feet, and this is where his wheelhouse is. Can he get those hands going, or is he going to be a little gun-shy because of the takedown threat that Smudger presents?
Oh, he should threw a head up. Okay.
Neck for neck. That kick's landing quite a few times. It's a good option. Anything going down the middle is kind of landing, but the step back J-Dime we talk about it. It's a signature step back from Smudger is it's legendary. He's knocked a few people out from that.
Yeah, he catches a lot of people lacking with that. A step back hook.
Nice.
Good fight.
Nice.
2-0 Smudger. I'm not sure, but yeah, I feel like so far he's been dominant. For me, that stamina is what you concentrate on right now, Cyrus. You got 3 rounds left. You've got to make sure that he kind of burns Usman burns a bit more stamina, you attack the body, you make it a bit more.
Nice.
Ooh,
Nice body shot. Nice.
Yeah. Where it changes.
I mean, Josh seems to be building momentum. Smudger has obviously looked fantastic up till this stage, but when it's on the feet, the longer it's on the feet, the more you can see him getting his hands going.
Oh.
I just started up, but it's all about near the fence.
Oh,
we
nice.
talked about it earlier before. It is, if he's got that space, he's okay.
He got to get off the fence.
Yeah, it's here. Like, it's like watching the Usman versus
Yeah. Oh my God.
Using the striking, nice work.
He is a menace. NM Smudger pouring on the pressure in the third.
Welcome to hell.
Welcome. And now we're back here. But Josh had his moments. Now it is to change momentum again when it seemed like Josh was doing better.
You need to not panic and try and make Usman burn some stamina here, or even try and get some grappling advantage and get up and not panic. Otherwise, because at the moment Usman's not really done anything apart from the rock right there. He's been getting, caught quite a bit. So this is where you don't want him. This is where you don't want him, Cyrus.
Exactly.
Oh
brother.
my gosh.
Right now, Leon Edwards, we got Reaper in the chat. Don't let him bully you, son. Don't let him bully you, son. Love it, bro. Yeah, we got Shootbox, the grappler in the chat. Josh is a sniper on the feet, but the level change is absolutely massive. Absolutely right. I mean, you can see when it gets to the ground, Smudger is in full control, but I do have a little bit of worry. Every round starts standing, because Smudger, we saw that Josh is becoming more comfortable on the feet. He is picking those shots more and more out here, and maybe that second fight is the kind of what we're seeing. You never know. Josh may get that finish later on if he can keep it on the feet for any period of time. It's all about survival right now, though, Humble. In this pretty dire spot.
But it's like, nice work right there from Smudger. I could get it done. I was going to say is, if say for instance you have two characters that are very similar on the feet with sort of striking, and then one of them could kind of take every round, get a bit of ground and pound, he's going to have a bigger advantage going forward, and that's what Smudger does. Doesn't matter if you're better than him on the feet, he's going to even it out.
Oh my God. This might be it. This might be it.
Oh yeah, this is it, guys. It's over. And still.
Yes, sir. 2 and stills here this evening. This one for the PlayStation side of things. The GOAT himself. Woo, he's back, bro. He's back better than ever. Gets another W to his name. And this time over one of the best strikers on the PlayStation division. Talk him out of his game, Humble. Talk him to the mat, rinse and repeat until he was able to set up those hands on the feet and get the finish.
Exactly that. He predicted a third round finish as well. And this is how he said he'd do it. On the feet, after doing the ground and pound, which we were mentioning at the time, he got the finish. It makes it easier when you're on the feet because you can exchange 3 or 4 shots with each other and one of yours is going to damage theirs before the other one. And now he goes into the Grand Prix in 2 weeks for him, isn't it? 2 weeks time. 2 weeks time to try and defend his belt again. Imagine he does it back to back.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, he could go into this next season now because we've seen it in the past, right? It's hard to do, but Bossman's got the target on his back going into this next one. Same as Smudger now. Big target on their back. Everybody is gunning for them. They've got to defend their belt, was it, like 4 or 5 times in one night to stay champion. That's a tall order for anybody, but it's really what separates the boys from the men. Ultimately, if you can get through the gauntlet that is the Grand Prix, you were in a good running for one of the best seasons known, kind of about, man. Genuinely a sensational night of fight, lads. Like, from top to bottom, shout out to every single one of the competitors. Delivered as we knew that they would. Shout out to the matchmakers. I know that there's a few guys that went into it. Humble, give you a little nod. I know that you were helping here as well, of course. Doc and the guys in the back. Yeah, he did, bro. He did a little bit. He did. And they were sensational. But appreciate it. You guys will echo this, I'm sure, right? We appreciate the support from every single one of you guys. All the shares, the follows, the biddies, the subs that you guys have been putting forward each and every time. It's allowing us to continue to, really put on these events as we do. The motivation levels continue to up, not only for the competitors, but for us running this thing. And we can make that guarantee to you, right? 23 is our year, Humble. As the promos continue to get bigger, better, brother. The fights continue to get bigger and better.
Oh man, next week, Cyrus, the week after. Wow. We've got 2 weeks worth of Grand Prix. Let's go. Can't wait.
Well, with that all being said, if you want to support us, of course, make sure to check out the one and only J-Dime on J-Dime TV, live basically every single day, Monday to Friday. I know he'll be getting that going again soon. J-Dime TV on Twitch, one of the best streamers that you will see about, and of course, our one and only Mr. Humbledink. I believe you're mainly on TikTok these days, brother. Is that right, TikTok, Mr. Humbledink?
Yeah, a bit here and there on TikTok, but yeah, you can follow me. It doesn't matter. You guys just come here every single week on PT, and that's all we ask for you. And I'll release the rankings as well tonight, so you guys know exactly who's in the top 16. So check out Discord out, which we'll put in the chat. Enjoy the raid, guys.
Yeah, we are pushing the raid forward. We appreciate the love. We will see you on the next one. The Grand Prix kicking off in a major way next weekend out. Have a great evening. Show some love. Join the raid, and stay frosty.